from bronze to mythic. If I could only open some rares.
That's freaking terrible.
But we'll work hard to solve the format.
7 wins.
And I'm sure we'll make it there.
All right, what is up, my friends? Welcome to Bronze to Mythic. Show the draft account for Bronze to Mythic, Episode 2, Draft 2, Aetherdrift Edition. Let's go. All right, so draft one went okay. Not too bad. A little chaotic here. Nicole and Cassie have been sick. It's kind of been a mess, obviously. But like, comment, subscribe, support the content. Every like makes them feel better, right? I swear to you. So we're Bronze Tier 2. We're ready to rock and roll out of Bronze's draft, and let's just hop right in. All right, let's get into it with our second draft. And a rare. Seed of Varma, Masked Racer. All right, we get a 2/3 for 2. Has the exhaust ability. It's an ability you can only use once.
We'll exhaust our impulse power long before.
And it's a very mana-intensive ability that can pump the whole team. That's pretty good, right? It's a 2/3 for 2 with a game-ending upside. Also, for activation here, too. We saw this in the last draft where, like, you don't have to use the ability. You could just attack, represent it. They don't block because they'll just get blown out, and then you cast something else. So, probably taking the rare here. We also got a Diversion unit. Pretty solid little 2/1 flyer, artifact creature. We've got a Thundering Brood Wagon.
I'm Fly.
It's a big one.
I'm Pilot.
EDB Kill a Thing, huge monster. And aside from that, nothing else seems to jump out too much. You know, play booster error. Commons are definitely a step below usually, you know. But yeah, take the rare here. Take the rare, Bronze Mythic. We lost to a really good blue-green deck. The blue-green mechanic in this set is kind of exhaust, where you're just doing the whole exhaust thing. And there's like triggers for it. Kind of good stuff too. But okay, so we get past the pack with a rare missing. We've got a Transit Mage, get it? Trinket Mage, Treasure Mage. They just completed the whole cycle, right? Eh?
Pointless nostalgia.
I kind of hate this card, honestly, but whatever. 2/2 for 3, ETB get an artifact mana value 4/5. Pretty good card, limited, obviously. We get Ride Zen, which is a great removal spell. Exiles things. Marauding Mako is pretty sweet if you're doing like this strict blue-green thing, blue-red thing. Bobble's great as a removal spell. Hull Drifter is pretty cool. Little card draw. Nothing here really jumps out as far as like on-color, off-color stuff. It's funny because like this can get Hull Drifter. Maybe we should take the Transit Mage. Like, we obviously don't have one yet. It's pick 2, but like, it's just 2/2. It draws a card. It's pretty sweet. It's card advantage, you know. All right, so we get past a rare, Sky Seeker's Chariot, 10/4, a 3/3 vehicle. I think that this set, it's important to note, while there is some synergy, like extra stuff with vehicles as far as crewing, you can't have like 10 vehicles in your deck, you know, just like, you just can't do that. So like, taking vehicles is sort of like, you really want the really, really good ones. That's mostly it. This is a 3/3 flyer, 4/2. It does crew for 2, not 1, which is a big deal. It can like mess with your opponent's activated abilities. More of a constructed card, I think. Stock Up's great. This is just like super divination. It's almost like dig through time. And then we got Jockey. Elvish Refueler. 3/4, 2/3. During your turn, as long as you haven't activated an exhaust ability of his turn, you can activate exhaust abilities so they haven't been activated, and you can exhaust to put a counter on this creature. This card's awesome. So again, blue-green mechanic all about just exhausting stuff, and this is like the exhaust payoff, which is great. And yeah, passing some good green cards too. I'm in. Let's go. Let's go all the way here, folks. Just do it.
$5 says you can't do that twice.
Just gotta dive in. And you get past a Fang Druid Summoner. 2/4 reach, ETB, search for a creature. So search library or graveyard for a creature with no abilities, reveal it, and put it in your hands. Pretty cool card. There are the cycle of legendaries that are vanilla, which is really, really cool. Vanilla being no abilities. There's also one green common that does that too. I don't have one yet, obviously, but this card would be good if you have at least one. We got Run Over here. Run Over is pretty good. This is just a, you know, the bite down of a set with a little bit of extra oomph if you control a mount or vehicle. Ketrodon's pretty cool. Thopters is pretty cool. But yeah, take the removal spell here. Summoner's cool, but like, there aren't that many vanilla creatures, so let's take the removal spell. I'm pretty happy about it. Also, we're blue-green, and removal of blue-green is pretty important. And what is this? What do we got here, folks?
That is huge.
This is a card that we lost to badly in our last draft. This is every color combo has a gold uncommon vehicle, and this is the blue-green one. 3 mana for a 3/5. Vigilance, Crew 1. And again, Crew 1 is like where you want to be. The Crew you know, crew 1, amazing. Crew 2, pretty good. Crew 3, and crew 4, you know, it drops off like a cliff. So really, really good. And whenever you exhaust, it makes a Thopter so it can crew itself. We're already doing the exhaust stuff, which is awesome. So this is a slam dunk here. Great sign that we're in the right archetype, we're in the right space. Love it. Very, very happy with the Aether Hive. And again, we want to have like maybe 3 vehicles, and we want them to all be bangers. So for example, a card like Skybox Ferry,
Still a piece of
I think this card's pretty bad, you know, like just a generic whatever. So, we got a Broodheart Engine, which is rough color card. We got a Bear here, Beast Rider, Vanguard, as Mana Sink. We have Ghost, Glitch Ghost Surveyor. There's a cycle of one of these in each color that can die. It draws a card with Graveyard max speed. I think this is the worst one by far because it blocks poorly. I'm gonna take the land here. I kind of like the land over the have a little flexibility. There's a lot of wow. There's a lot of multi-card lands in this set. And we get past a Herald of Dunes, which is kind of huge, honestly.
Good lord.
Like, Giant Spider, eat your heart out. What's this uncommon here? Embalmed, Ascendant, 3 mana 4, 8, 1/2, start your engines. When it enters, make a 2/2, and then max speed is a Blood Artist. Really good card, obviously off our plans. Yeah, take Hazard. Good card. Like, the power creep on commons is unbelievable. Like, if you this would have been a rare, like, 15 years ago. You know, if you saw this card at common 15 years ago, you'd just shit your pants, honestly. So, take that. Also good to note that we have no 4 drops yet, so our curve is pretty good. The fear of the card like this is we just have a bunch of 4 and 5 drops, so card's great. Omnivore's fine. Just vanilla 3/2 for 2. Love it. Love seeing vanilla creatures again. Let's hear it for Wizards. Love vanilla creatures. And if we table that 2/4, that'd be awesome. But yeah, just a good card. It's cheap. You know, you want to attack, you want to block, it does that pretty well. And we see here a Stampeding Scurryfoot. 1 mana for a 1/1, exhaust 4, make us a 2/2, make a 3/3. I think that's pretty good. Obviously, when you're doing exhaust synergies, this will be a lot better. Like, at absolute face value, if this card was in Foundations, I think it would be, like, okay. But adding on synergy of things like Refueler, we can keep doing it, and we got a pretty cool card. So, take Scurryfoot. And this is our, not our opening pack, actually. Fellow Heartbike. ETB gains some life. It's a mana fixer. It's okay. I kind of want Jungle Hollow, honestly. The bike, I feel like, is just not going to make our deck, probably. And the land, I'm much more likely to play a land as a fixture than a card. So let's take the land. Probably won't play it, but... we table a Caradon. Wow, this card's awesome. This card is Honey Mammoth with major upside. I'm a big fan of this card. Just an absolute monster. Adding reach and cycling. Another one. Cool. Yeah, it's sick. I'm a big fan of this card, too. I don't know if this card's actually good or not, but I think it's good. Alright, so 2 Caradons. Top part of our curve. This is all a bunch of crap. What does this do? This activates... Actually, this card's pretty cool. This activates ability to exhaust. That card might make the deck. It's an 0/4 wall that can, like, Omen Hawker for ability. It's kind of cool. Alright, so, looking much smoother this draft than last draft, that's for sure. Open up Basri, Tomorrow's Champion, which is a cool little Savannah Lion variant, but not really for us, obviously. As far as cards in our colors, we've got a Hull Drifter. We got Bulwark Ox too. Jeez, yeah, some really good white. Well, a lot of white cards back. See, this is also an insane card. Slick Imitator. This card just seems heinous to me. Any card that has Start Your Engines on it that's not an aggressive card, it's got to be looked at with a major grain of salt. So options here are Broken Wings and Hull Drifter. Definitely interested in Hull Drifter because I have the Mage already. I've heard Broken Wings is pretty good. This seems pretty nice, this format, but I'm going to take the Drifter. Take the Drifter. And we get past and Autark Mammoth. This is a 6 mana 5/5. When ETBs make a 3/3, and whatever attacks makes Sal make it. So this card's insane. Just 5/5 and a 3/3. Unfortunately, we already have 2 6 drops, but this one's really, really good. I was also a Flood the Engine, which is kind of like a blue murder. It just like taps a thing, loses all abilities, gets locked down. I could see taking the removal spell here because it might be more important, but this card just seems like an absolute house. So it has Saddle 5. I don't think you care about the saddle. Just a 5/5 and a 3/3 for 6 is great. And then it also just might make a token later on too. So, and it also mitigates the downside of saddling because you get a blocker off it too. So, take the Mammoth. And these also can cycle too, which is kind of nice. So putting cycle in this kind of card is like so good too. So, all right. More bangers here. Here's a Winter Cursed Rider. This is a 3/2. All your artifacts have ward, and you can exhaust it to exile artifacts and shrink non-artifacts. Pretty powerful card for doing the artifact deck. We're not, though. We got the Raceway here, which I guess we're not that aggressive. There's blue-green doesn't really care about start your engines, more like a Mardu thing, so we're kind of like not in the colors for this, but it is a pretty powerful card. Another Broodwagon, another Hazard of the Dunes, Thopterist. The Pactile Terror seems really good for artifacts, but we're not. I think taking Broodwagon here like could be a thing, maybe specking on black, but our blue cards are pretty good. We could splash them, but it's like the Hazard of the Dunes. Hazard is good. Oh my god, look at that booty.
Good lord.
Look at it.
Gigantism.
08 for 2. That's pretty nice, honestly. Blocks pretty well. Good for a defensive kind of grindy deck. I don't know, but all right, we got Engineer's pretty good too. 1/3 for 2. Exhaust makes it a big flyer. Blocks well. Has exhaust synergies. Pretty cool too. Veteran Beast Strider. This is a signpost uncommon for green white. Wants to untap your stuff so you can saddle. Yeah, pretty easy engineer, I think. Cheap card. Keep the curve low. Just every pack is a battle wagon, folks.
Somebody's playing a prank
Every
on
single
me.
one.
I can fly.
There
I'm pilot.
is like a limit of how many you can play, I suppose, but it's a third Hazard of the Dunes. And I feel like this is like, now we're hitting the territory if we might have too many of this card, but it's just really good. Otherwise, we got the Camera Launcher, not so great. Yeah, I just think the Hazard of the Dunes. It's just a good card, We are hitting the, maybe we have too many of this effect. All right, so another Hazard of the Dunes. We see a Sabotage Strategist here. This is a 2/2 flying vigilance for 4. Whenever one or more creatures you attack you, they get -1/-0, and then exhaust 7 to put 3 counters on it. I thought this card wouldn't be great in my set review, but I did note that the card Cumberstone, like the -1/-0 effect, is really powerful and limited. Let's give it a spin. How else are we gonna know, right? Let's try the card, see how it goes. So we got a Keen Buccaneer here, 2/3 for 3. Exhaust draw card. It's like filler, but we'll see. We're pretty unplayable, so I might not need to play that card. But overall, looking great, honestly. Just like pretty good curve. We got some card draw. A little bit of removal. I would say we need some more removal here, but man, just no one wants this card. What's happening? Gonna go for the full play set? I mean, I feel like second Aetherdrift isn't necessary. We already have like good card advantage and mana sinks. Yeah, I mean, we'll just go. We'll just go here. If you're curious what the numbers are on the cards, this is the Draftsmith overlay. This is the helper for it, from Untapped. Download it for free with sponsor, but they're freaking great, and it's a great helper. And check them out. Untaps the deal. So take Broken Wings. I think we're looking for removal spells. This card works pretty well. Artifact, enchantment, or flyer, pretty flexible in this format. And I don't want to play any of these cards, so sure, whatever. Let's take this guy. Again, the Surveyor is the worst of these by a lot because the rest of them all trade well. And a 2/2 flyer for 3 doesn't block well or trade well, and you don't want it to die. So it's kind of weird. This could be a removal spell, I suppose. This is like the best version of this card ever, Sure. All right, let's take a Jaguar and take a Bloodfell Caves. All right, so we're looking great going into pack 3 here. Unfortunately, we opened a Far Fortune End Boss. Great rare, not our colors. Is what it is.
Drop down and increase speed.
Our blue cards here aren't that exciting. This Imitator, again, not very good. Buccaneers, filler. We got Trip Up as a removal spell. It's okay, obviously. This is just your typical, put a top or bottom, 4 mana removal spell. We also got Lagak, though. Pretty good 2-drop. Blocks well, trades well. It's a mount for your run over, which is cool. Plays well with run over, obviously. Let's go Lagak here. Card's pretty sweet. And wow. All right. How about a little signpost uncommon for us here? Sky Serpent Seeker. Blue-green for a 1/1 flying Death Touch, which is already almost good enough by itself. Exhaust 4. Reveal cards top of your library. Reveal 2 lands, put them in play, and put a counter on this. Insane, right? Just awesome card. Big time mana sink. deck with all these exhaust abilities, so more mana is good. Passing a pretty sick 2-drop here. The Rocketeer Chief, pretty cool one, but yeah, pretty easy Seeker. Neil Giraffe Tyson, what's up, my friend? How's it going? Long-time YouTube viewer, real live viewer. What's up, my friend? After Expert, Moldtender Blood Guest. Yeah, I mean, those cards are all sweet, but we drafted right now. I can't think about that right now. Great removal spell here in Outplace Oblivion. You got a land, too. Engineer's fine. This is the point in the draft where, like, we have so many playables that I'd rather just have mana fixing land. You know, just take a land here. Be happy about it. One of the things is you don't want to end your draft with 30 playables because, like, you can't play 6 of them anyway. So, like, just take a land, you know? So, value over replacement. Take a land. Here's a Fang Druid Summoner. We only have 1 vanilla creature. We got this second run over is like is pretty good. I think that I think this helps out a lot of what we're trying to do here. We should need a rule spell. It's cheap. It's efficient. It's great. Mostly Lost with a 99-month resub. Let's hear it freaking Mostly Lost. All right, that's insane.
I'm Luigi, number 1.
All right. Earth Rumbler, just a big dumb idiot vehicle. Doesn't seem that good. Third card. I don't ever play any of these cards, honestly, so not playing the counter spell. Yes, whatever. Let's take the gems. Chip the gems. Scary Foot, other Caradon. We're not playing either one of these cards. Yeah. Our deck is like basically done. I guess we need one more playable, but like I think we'll get one. And these cards are both. We could play with Scary Foot, I guess. Sure. Let's play this. Scurryfoot's fine. Take Scurryfoot. We got the Ooze Patrol. 4 mana for a 2/2 and an ETB's mill 2. And then put a counter on this creature for each artifact or creature card in your graveyard. Green-black is all about self-mill. As you can see here at the pilot as well. We got Pothole Mole. This card's good. Obviously, we don't really care about milling, but like just a 2/3 draws a land is great. Yeah, sure. Now we're at 25 playables. We got a freaking World Tyrant.
Good lord.
Vanilla 9/7. Don't really need that kind of card in our deck, I don't think. A Bike, a Raceway, Blobble. I'll take it. I don't think we're playing it. That's Chonker. That's a large one. Yeah, I think we're basically done here. Oh, actually, Trip Up. This card's fine. Trip Up. Removal spell. Might be the market for that. We got a Reef Roads. This can sack to make a Pilot. I would say this is worth playing. Again, a little value in the mana base is kind of nice. I'm just going to cut this Signpost Uncommon. Take the Highlands. And it's funny, actually. We could have taken that 1 mana. We have one, the Compactor. Compactor plays well with the Automaton, which is kind of cool. So we have a lot of options here as far as deck building goes. And the Earth Rumbler Tables. I don't think we're playing it, though. We don't actually have a 4 mana artifact, do we? We only have 1 for our Transit Mage. I don't want to play the other vehicle, I don't think. Let's take a look. Overall, I'm very pleased with this. Our first draft was a hot mess, and this has been a much smoother ride. So, Drafts with agrees, and I would say that this is 27 cards. If you activate an exhaust ability, isn't a mana ability, you can copy it and choose new targets for the copy. Okay. Legak, Run Over, Omnivore. We don't have to play the Omnivore, obviously. Buccaneer's also like just kind of a fringe whatever card. We could play Transit Mage with the Rumbler. We're not using our graveyard for literally anything else, so that's kind of cool for this card. So there's no diminishing returns. Second Caradon seems kind of excessive. I think the Scurryfoots are also like, I guess we're light on. I mean, we have a lot of 4s actually. Yeah, this card might be kind of nice, actually. Take the Rumbles. This puts us at what? How many vehicles? 3 vehicles. I would say that that's the number you want, like, in the dark, is 3. And they're all good, right? So, Caradon, Refueler, Broken Wings. I'd say the Buccaneer can go here. Cut the Buccaneer. And then maybe cut the Omnivore. Just like a vanilla dumper. As far as we have 2 runovers and a Broken Wings and a Trip Up. I don't even need this Compactor card. It's cute with the Automaton, but I think we're playing the Automaton with 2 Scurryfoots and the Hazard of Dunes. So we have a lot of exhausty stuff. So gotta cut one more card. Trip up. Could be 1 Hazard of Dune. Maybe 4 is too many. Automaton. Let's cut this stupid vanilla 3-2. I'm in. All right, so we're cutting like actively good cards, right? Like I'd be happy to play Caradon, happy to play World Tyrant, happy to play Omnivore, happy to play Buccaneer. So that's pretty sweet. We are obviously heavy green with a little bit of blue. So we're gonna look at like our lands here. We're gonna see the Falls, the Night Market, the Roads, and we're playing a bunch of forests. We got 10-8 here, which is pretty nice. And we got a trio of Jund lands here. Somebody call Reed Duke, right? It's quite splashable. It's not really for us, obviously, but it's definitely a pretty cool one. So, all right, sweet. So that's the deck, folks. Draft number 2 is Simic. It's kind of a nice one, honestly. So we're obviously in bronze, and now, folks, you know what time it is. It's prediction time. What do you think? 7 wins, yay or nay? You two folks take a second, pause the video, scroll to the comments, liking the video along the way. Let me know, are you a believer or a non-believer? 7 wins, yay or nay? And let's rock and roll. Let's do this. All right, let's freaking do this, folks. Chat. Coming out, man. I like our deck. We got a Scurryfoot, Hazard, Rumbler, Broken Wings. Sounds good. We can keep this. I like our composition as far as like just, you know, our mana curve, a couple removal spells, a couple top end cards. I feel like our deck is just like very, very well balanced, which I like a lot. So good stuff. Believers outweighing non-believers here. Appreciate that. You're all great. Of course, don't forget, folks, hit the follow button, hit the like button, subscribe button, hit the buttons. It takes a lot. This show takes a lot of work. My content takes a lot of work. I appreciate your support, and I can only do it because you support me. The more you support me, the more I can do. So, fire it up. We're running around like crazy the last few days. Whole family's sick. Trying to get some content for you. Staying up late. So, I love you all. Appreciate you. You're all great. All right, trying to get some content in before I leave this Pro Tour. We draw a Sita Varma Masked Racer. Now, interesting here, like, this is obviously a really good late game card. It's kind of hard to not play a 2-drop here. Because, like, we kind of get the tap land in. There is a Remove Soul counterspell, but I think we're just going to cast it. If we can do anything here.
Anyone home?
Go to combat. Attack for 1. Gotta have an untapped, gotta have a mount or vehicle that have a single come out untapped. So, what's going on here? All right, cycle a Shape Thief. So, sure. I mean, obviously, we're gonna point out our opponent's mistakes. This is bronze. The whole point of the show is so you learn to make the same mistakes. Obviously, they should have cycled that at their end step. Now I know another counter spell. They don't have any lands though. So, what are you gonna do? All right, so we'll attack for a hit here. Play our tap lands. They go. We got 4-drop, 5-drop removal spell. Looking pretty good. All right. What are you gonna do? All right.
She's on fire!
Yeah. Definitely on fire. Well, the good news is that when we went so fast that we can talk a little bit about Aetherdrift, my fantastic sponsor. All right, folks, take care of your body. All right, I'm 40 now. I'm old. The older you get, the more you value like the fact that you only get one body and you really need to take care of it. And the best way to do so is this chair right here. I'm sitting in it right now. I adore this thing. I sit all the time, obviously. I work from home. I work on the computer 9 hours a day. And like many of you are, whether you're gaming or working, whatever it is, one of the best things you can invest in is a good chair. As far as like hours spent relative to the amount you're paying, spend all the money you can on a good chair. And this is the best one out there. Aetherdrift, check them out. Promo code JIMD, MTG, $100 off your order. Please use the link in the chat or description. They sponsor me, obviously. And support the content, support yourself. Aetherdrift, fix your sit. That's great. We're gonna keep, obviously. I think we're gonna play a tap line on 1. Ryan Reset, thanks so much. Alright, so get the falls going. Gain a life. Sky Serpent Seeker looking cool. We got a fellow Scurryfooter, huh? Alright, so we could Scurryfoot and play tap land, but let's get the Seeker down, I think. Make a Transit Mage, too. I mean, the ramp of this card is pretty awesome. Yeah. I'm just gonna play the flyer. Flyer dinks in for some damage too, which is kind of nice. So. All right, so I like their art choices here. Kaldheim. Kaldheim's a good set. I like Kaldheim. Oh man, momentum breaker. Getting start your engines and an edict. Pretty insane with a 1-drop. Going right to two engines on turn 2 is very, very powerful. So we're playing a blocker here. They can't exhaust just yet. We're just gonna play the mage. Go get our Aetherdrift, I think. Yeah, I can't resist drawing cards. Can't resist. And a little bit of blocking action here. Again, this card is like the jump. This card should have been an art of a shark jumping through a hoop or whatever, you know? Like, oh my god. All right, so yeah, this card's so good. Here's a pothole mole, literally on the track of freaking Mario Kart. Just right there.
I'm a Luigi.
That's whatever it's called, the Mario Kart level. We draw a non-land. So we can go like double. We can go double spell here. We can go Scurryfoot and Lagak. Blocks here are still okay. Night Market's fine. Interesting where it would start your engines. Trying to like figure out how important it is in any given game is like a really interesting thing. So green is like the least start your engines-y color. Black is somewhat start your engines-y. So like, if they get to 4, like how many payoffs do they have? You know, it's going to be an interesting thing in this format, kind of figuring out how deep you want to go. What are you scared of? If we feel like we can't stop it, just don't even bother, you know, kind of thing. Let them do it. But yeah, we're gonna Lagak. Gonna play Scurryfoot. I just like drawing cards, folks. All right, just draw those cards. You know, let's just do it.
Get yourself some new cards. New card.
All right. So you go. What's up, 19 Uncle Drew 92? How's it going, my friend? First time chat. Everyone say hi, Uncle Drew. Hi, Uncle Drew. It's like I draw land here. Those spells are fine too. Whoa! Gifts and subs. Thanks so much. Appreciate it. All right. They milled over Carrion Cruiser and a Hunger Tyrant. Wish Gar's a dinosaur, honestly, you know. I was building a cool Golgari dinosaur deck for 10 new brews until I realized this card wasn't a dinosaur. It's tough. Definitely does. Yeah, I also like this mechanic because, like, this feels like the ring done correctly. We don't need all this extra extraneous information, you know? Alright, so they play Hazard of Badoons. It's kind of a house. We've run over, trip up, Hazard of our own. The problem is here, like, this is really awkward because we have a 4-drop, a 4-drop, a 1-drop, and a 5-drop, and a 4-drop. So, like, really hard to spend our mana efficiently here. We could just play the Hazard, offer a trade. I think it's reasonable enough. I think with a Aetherdrift in our hand, we're looking to trade. I think it's important in games to understand, like, what's this game going to look like in 4 turns, you know? I think that we just want to trade off, trade some resources, draw some cards, and kind of do our thing. Obviously, if they have a trick, that would suck, but yeah, we can't. So this is just a spot where, like, you just can't, obviously run over for 1 mana to kill this 4-drop is awesome, but it might as well cost 4 if we can't spend our mana on other things too. It's just a waste. So should play with a 4/4 and say go, and then we'll try and offer the trade probably and just kind of ship. We've got some pretty good value here tied up. They missed a land drop also, so they have spells as well. So it's going to be a grindy game probably. All right. Rogaroo says, this series got me through a deployment last year. Awesome, my friend. Thanks for your service and thanks for the support. Appreciate it. I am a little surprised there aren't more cards that care specifically about the number of speed. There are very few cards that care about anything other than max speed or starting speed. We had one last draft, the Speed Demon, but... Speed Demon! I don't know that Michael Jackson song. It's an old one. It's kind of a deep cut. All right. So that sucks. They run over. They're getting in here. I mean, they're going to fire in the Mole, not the Hazard. So they don't want to trade Hazard for the Death Toucher. So that means that they're not valuing the speed particularly highly, which is, I think, important thing to note. Like, it's not only what you think they think of their speed, it's what they think of their speed too. That's an important thing, I think, when you're watching. Every time your opponent makes any play in a game, they are telling you something. And it's your job to pick that up and figure out why they're doing it, right? So it's not about what you think also. It's about what they think about their own stuff too. So we could block here with the Scurryfoot and the Mage. Obviously, if they have a Trick or Removal spell, that kind of goes sideways for us. Letting in 2 damage isn't that bad. Letting in a speed is a little worse. The Careers in this thing is 3. 3 is a lot. All right. I think we're going to block. I'm just going to let it ride. I think trading Scurryfoot for a 2-3 is fine on this board. And we're looking to draw some cards and kind of get going, so. It is a very, very specifically named mechanic for this set, where it is like, rum, 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 start your engines, get it? All right, so they're trading 1 for 1. Cool. That's fine with me. Obviously, they got a 2 for 1 off that thing, but is what it is. So, all right, here's a Grave Stalker, a 5/4 that counts creatures in the graveyard. Creatures and artifacts, right? Yeah. We draw a land, so I can get our Aetherdrifter going. Unfortunately, it doesn't block very well here, which is kind of awkward. Yeah, so one of the things about vehicles is that you ought to be able to crew it and block with it, right? I think that, like, you don't want to end up in a spot where you have, like, 3 vehicles in play and 2 creatures, because then you can't even use them. So you're very often inclined to just want to trade it off immediately. That being said, if I play this, I have no good blocks. They have 2 4-toughness creatures. So I think we're inclined to just, like, leave up, trip up, run over right now, just to kill the Hazard, I think, because the Hazard's a bigger threat later in the game. And then we'll get Aetherdrifter down next turn. We're going to cast this now while they're tapped out so they can't blow us out. One thing about these bite effects is you really don't want to have them to kill your creature in response. So we're just going to kill this now. So just kill this now. Then we will just pass the turn. We have the ability to cast instant speed, obviously. We can go for a block if they have a Trick or Removal spell. It's kind of cool also. Just want to draw cards, you know? But this is a card that I'm most unsure about. I feel like this card could be one of the best blue commons. It could be almost unplayable and anywhere in between. And I'm just, like, not really sure, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, here's land 6.
Make a little noise here, huh?
Come on, I can't hear you!
Certainly a very unique and interesting card. Why not wait for them to spend the mana on exhaust and then run over? Because they aren't likely to just exhaust into a bunch of open mana, you know? Like, and you shouldn't do that either, you know? One of the principal tenets I teach here on Bronze Mythic is, say it with me, chat, your goal in Limited is to not get blown out. You're doing whatever you can to not get in a spot where you're, like, you know, spending a bunch of mana and getting blown up by a removal spell or whatever else it is. So, like, them just tapping 7 mana to exhaust while I have a bunch of mana up is, like, a thing that no reasonable player should ever do. So here's Pactile Terror, which is a really good common, but not great in green black, right? This is a 3/4 that drains every artifact that ETBs. Great in artifact deck, obviously, but it does trigger engines too, which is pretty cool as well. So I was too scared to call this my best in show for black. I mean, my bomb in common. Probably should have though. All right, I think we're just gonna cash this in. Let's just cast this and get rid of the biggest creature, and cast our Drifter and just try and get back into this game, you know. And they're deciding top or bottom, I can only assume. Goes on the top, makes sense. We draw a Hazard of the Dunes of our own. So we're going to draw some cards. Cast the Drifter. Draw 2. And do the thing. Alright. Sure. So next turn we can Mole and then Aether Hive. Aether Hive's obviously great. Mole's great too. Our blocks here are, I mean, I would happily block the things. They're going to just fire up the Scurry Foot at sorcery speed. Again, exhaust instant speed. You don't have to do that, obviously, unless you have a reason to. And coming in with their 2-2. So this is what I was saying, where like I kind of want to trade this off as soon as possible. That being said, this does block the 3-3. So this is their last amount of speed, too. So this will get them to max speed. I just block with the 2-2 here. I'm going to block and trade. We have multiple things coming down next turn also, which is cool, so. Any pros just proxy new sets way ahead of time and draft the crap out of them to learn everything? Yeah, to an extent. Alright, we draw a land anyways. I mean, you don't even need to mole here, but we're gonna mole anyway. So we'll mole. And then we will mill 3, get a land. Cool. Milled over 2 pretty good cards, unfortunately, here in Refueler and Strategist, but whatever. Then we will play the land. We'll play our Aether Hive. This is what I was saying, where you don't necessarily want to be in a spot where you have, like, vehicles equal to your creatures, because, like, it makes things pretty awkward as far as, like, double blocks and stuff, but this is fun. The Lagak... Oh, God. Where's the button? Oh, God.
We have technology.
Oh, God. 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 Hold on. Okay, we're back. Oh, man, come back to this. All right, so they're going to just destroy my Aether Hive. Now, this is an important one also, right? So there's no reason to do this at this speed, right? Why not wait till I crew? That's why the extra ability on spin out to destroy a vehicle also is very, very bizarre, because, like, you'd almost never want to destroy a vehicle that wasn't also a creature. Like, let them crew it first, you know, kind of thing, but sure. So, all right, so here's 3-3. This is an easy block. They made our life very easy here by attacking with only 3-3. Or because I couldn't block the Gravestalker also. So, very, very happy to trade off here. I think that, like, your vehicles, you often want to just get rid of it. Block, trade with it. Unless it's like a top flight vehicle like Rumble or the other one. Just trade it off, get rid of it, get your value, do your thing. So, is there a Ravenous Rat in this set? I don't think so. Like a random ETB discard. They have no cards in hand. We got the Rumbles here. Oh, good catch. I screwed up. I should have crewed the Hive to crew the Aetherdrift, and I would have still had the Lagak on defense. Correct. I just made a mistake.
Oh, whoops. Whoopsie.
So I'm going to play the Rumbler and say go. So exile an artifact creature card from your graveyard to crew. We have a lot of those, which is great. So this is basically just a Vigilance, Trample, 7/6 all the time, which is awesome. No attacks, just say go. Oh yeah, there's a 4-mana vehicle Ravenous Rat, right? Sure, I was gonna hold. I'll just hold the land here. I think that. Oh my god. I guess they can't kill my Rumbler, right? Which is the important part, but pretty sick draw off the top there. The Brood Wagon.
I'm fly. I'm pilot.
That's a good one. Top flight card, obviously. They're going to kill my Lagak, which is pretty bad for us. I mean, I guess they can't really attack, right? But that's bad for us. That was not good. So, drain for 1 also. That means it's their max speed. So they're there.
You're too slow.
I know. I'm trying. And, yeah. This is a big time uncommon. And flavor fail vehicles and crew vehicles. You don't recall Kaladesh standard where you'd like crew a smuggler's copter to crew your Heart of Kirin, to put the copter inside the spaceship and just like just how it works, you know? All right, so we untap. We draw a Reef Roads. This can be a token. All right, so fire up the Rumble and attack. They can just block with the Battle Wagon, which sucks. It says Menace. Menace and Reach. Oh my god. All right, this sucks. We can just play Hazard and say go. Yeah. All right. I mean, this is gonna be a 7/7, which is a pretty big deal, but We probably just have to trade the Rumbler for the wagon, I guess. But like their bodies here are pretty big. That being said, again, they have 3 big bodies. They actually gotta only have 3 big bodies, right? Because you can't crew and block with both of them and stuff too. So grindy game. We have a free. We got a pilot here coming in.
Get out the way of me and my crew.
They've drawn a card. I mean, we're like, we've cast a lot of spells this game, honestly. Our deck is almost a little land dense at this point. They're in the tank. Whatever they drew, it's a very interesting card. All right. Oh, this is a sorcery? Oh, no.
Oh, whoops.
What?
Whoopsie.
Another sick card? What is going on here? Come on. Here's Debris Beetle, the Siege Rhino. 6/6 trample Siege Rhino. That's super crappy. That sucks. Like I can do both 2 things now. All right. Well, they're draining for a bunch. I mean, unfortunately, sometimes games limited turn to top deck wars, and they've drawn 2 absolute heaters back to back. But we're still chilling. All right, we're gonna tap. We draw land, sure. 5, 6, 7. So yeah, obviously I should have stacked this last turn, but I just didn't know it was a sorcery. Now we're gonna activate this. Is there any like -4/-4 in the set? I guess there's bite spells, right? Yeah, I'm just gonna play this now. So like, one of the important things is like it's like the bell curve of like a new player plays all their abilities at sorcery speed because they don't know any better. A good player plays all their instant speed abilities at instant speed because they're being clever. A professional player sometimes plays for things at sorcery speed because it's just right to do, right? So, just pump this now. Why wait? You know, we're not getting anybody. It's not a trick. We're almost obviously doing it. There is a -6/-6. There's a few other things as well. Some bite spells and fight spells. Just pump it. Why not do it? You know. So don't get caught being trying to be clever here. So they're at 30. We're at 14. Unfortunately, there are things in play are huge. Wow, that's a good draw. All right, so one of the things that makes this card kind of nice in this format and any disenchant is that when someone crews a vehicle and then you kill it at instant speed, you've like killed a creature and tapped a creature too, which is great. So, that being said, where are we at here? We can just fire it. They're also at 30, which is kind of a concern. We can activate this. This trades with the freaking wagon, which sucks. And again, we're almost incentivized to not want to just like trade off vehicles because like they can only block so many things. We can just wait to have a bigger board too. We have infinite cruise for this. I mean, they have to double block this thing. Yeah. I guess like the 7/7 attack is just good, honestly. All right, I'm just gonna jam. They don't really have any good blocks on this thing, right? Like, we attack with this. If they crew a vehicle, we blow them out. Double block, we blow them out. We're making a pilot, yes. I'm gonna do it. I will say the game's been pretty interesting so far. Obviously, we're only 1 draft in, but... yeah, at 30 life, like, you can just take 7 here. It's not really a problem, you know? Like, all their blocks are pretty risky. And again, #1 rule of Bronze and Mythic is don't get blown out. All right, so they're going to crew the Debris Beetle. Yeah, trick. All right, so again, at the early stages of Bronze and Mythic, we're going to point out our opponent's mistakes. That's just the point of the show, right? I'm not making fun of my opponent. here to teach you to not make the same mistakes. That's a spot where, again, you're asking to get blown out. A double block like that, where you're not only double blocking, but you're double blocking with two very high value creatures. You know, so not only are you getting 2 for 1, you're getting massacred 2 for 1. You're losing 2 awesome things, and that's the kind of play that loses you the game. You know, and again, that's why I say in the show, trying to get it blown out. That was the biggest kind of blowout there is. So obviously, if they have trick there, sure, is what it is. They got it. It's fine. It's still, we're still going to trade 1 for 1, and 1 for 1 on the trick as well. But the upside there is obviously huge. So go to untap. Oh man, this card's a banger. All right, and now we're getting frisky. I think I would trade Rumbler for Broodwagon at this point. So we're gonna crew with one of these. We'll crew with the Transit Mage, and we are sending in the clowns, folks. 27's a lot, but 7 power is also a lot. So gotta come in. They want to crew and block. They can. I think that's fun. All right, so. They take 7. Does it trample 2 or no? Does it trample? Take 8. Take 9 even. I can't even do basic math, folks. And we're going to play another Hazard for Dunes. And we'll just say go. This card's kind of nice for like grindy games. Alright, cool. So that was sweet.
Game.
Interesting where like that kind of felt like an old school game of Limited where you're like, it's all about just kind of like card draw, board stall a little bit, maybe a key removal spell, not about just like pure tempo 2-drop, 2-drop, 4-drop, which is kind of cool. All right. Game 3 on the draw. We have our Pit Automaton. If you know me from my regular content, my non-bronze weather content, you know I freaking love Omen Hawker. Me and Omen Hawker are we're close. All right, we're close.
I'm in control here.
And yeah, so good stuff. So this is obviously great as far as pumping up our exhaust abilities. Don't know how good this card actually is. It's an 0-4, you know, but it's kind of cool. You know, obviously great with the Scurry Foot. So here's an Interference Ace. This is a 0-4 that saddles for 4. Kind of a weird pairing. I feel like the Esprit colors care about artifacts. And then red and green are kind of doing their own thing. So green and white's a little awkward in that respect. But as you go land, I don't really think there's a card that would cause them not to block here. But no downside to attacking. Maybe they get scared, take 1. They don't. That's fine. You gotta balance your range too. That's an interesting term. I should explain that term. Who here in chat knows what the term balance your range means? It's a poker term. Venom Sac Lagak. Good card. Here's a Night Market. So now you can activate the Scurry Foot immediately. You could play a new one. I agree, I hate the wings. Everyone hates the wings. Everyone in early access Discord was just like, hate the wings, hate the wings, hate the wings. Hate them. Hate the wings. Please. Get rid of them. Alright, so Margaret on blue is kind of appealing. Maybe we just like fire up the Scurry Foot. Make a 3-3 and a 2-2. And then playing another one. I want to have blue in play, I think. So yeah, let's play this. Play this on blue. And then we'll just do it now. Oh, I guess actually, I'm sorry. If we activate the exhaustion and the kill it response, we still get a 3-3. It doesn't target, so we still get a 3-3. It's fine. So we just say go here. Man, daddy game with the textbook definition of it. So balancing your range means that you don't want to be predictable. All right. So for example, you're playing poker, and you always raise $20 and you have aces every time without fail. The exact same thing, the exact same play. Eventually, smart players will pick up on that. So they'll pick up on your tendencies. So your goal is to balance your range. Sometimes you should raise smaller with aces, bigger with aces. Sometimes you should check aces. So you need to have like some variability in your play to make yourself hard to play against. You know, which is important. So attack there on turn. You attack there on turn 1. Maybe they block, maybe they don't. Maybe you don't attack. Then maybe next turn you do attack. Or whatever. Just like having some variability in your play and stuff. So all right. So we got They're going to mill over some cards. A Column, a Quick Welder, and a Fang Druid Summoner on the Insight. Good card. They're going to crew their Lagak, which will untap the Ace. Kind of cool. Don't check aces. Sometimes you got to limp aces, folks. If you're playing like a super long session or the tournament or whatever, sometimes you got to balance your range. So, all right. So Lagak comes in. Pretty good card. Like a 2-1 Death Touch for 2 is just pretty good anyway. But this extra like aggressive combat ability is pretty nice. So yeah, you got me. In for 2. Someone who plays poker, are there any good poker moves that understand the game and showcase it well? Yeah, I mean, Rounders is like the poker movie. It's like Rounders is like almost an ad for poker, but it's also a good movie too. So, all right, so this is only for abilities. So we have 4 mana available. We can Scurry Foot and just do it again. That's fine. Yeah, sure. Just jam. We're making bodies here, folks. So they attack. I mean, they block. I mean, take 2. We just playing the Scurry Foot again. Gonna play a land. Unfortunately, we have double blue cards, a 6-drop, and a 5-drop, and no graveyard here either is the important part too. So, just say go. This card's pretty good. Obviously, it's a lot better when you're like pit automatoning it. So, Veteran Beast Strider. They're meant for a 3/4 end step, untap all your. This card's ridiculous. Ridiculous card. 3/4 Mega Vigilance, and it pumps the team. Very, very good. Good with crews, obviously too, but. And that does kind of stonewall my crew here, so they're going to saddle up.
Damn good riding with you.
And yeah, it's a pretty insane card. All right, come on, let's go. All right, so it's fine. Let's see, we have 2/4. We're just going to activate this and no blocks, take 2, no big deal. The 3/4 body here is pretty nasty, but untap all your stuff. We draw Hazard of the Dunes. So unfortunately, I think I might actually just cycle this Caradon. We can use the ability mana for this because we're looking for some things here, obviously. And Strategist shrinking their board is kind of cool too. But yeah, let's just start there. So tap 2, cycle this. Draw out. Okay, so now we can Hull Drifter or Strategist or Rumbler. Rumbler is a 7/6. Can't block this thing. Can block the Beast Strider. We have good blocks anyway, honestly. We can see how good the Lagak is. It's got an offense and defense, but I'm going to drift. Fire up the old drift. You draw some cards. And sure. No good attacks, but like we're building a nice board. And it's important when you're playing a deck like this that like has some card draw, that you're building towards something, all right? And the exhaust mechanic does that well. We're building towards 7/7 tramples and other stuff too. So that's important to be building towards something. Here's a Velo Heart Bike. So 4/2, ETB gain 2, taps for mana, crew 2. Kind of eat your heart out, Cultivator's Caravan, right? Jeez. And also a Guide Light Matrix. 2 mana for a common. ETB draw a card. You can spend 2 mana to sorcery speed, mount a thing, or instant speed vehicle. Sure. The automaton can counter the exhaust abilities, but it costs a lot of mana, obviously. So, Wizard says, "Hi, I was your green back opponent from last game. What's up, my friend? Supposed to start attacking earlier. I don't recall exactly. I think your double block was the big issue. I would go back and watch episode 2. It'll be up tomorrow on YouTube, or watch the VOD. But I'm not sure if you had better attacks earlier. All right, so they're going to saddle. Again, this freaking 2/4 is just coming in. How complex is this format versus a core set? Obviously, Foundation is a very simple set, for sure. We all know that. Obviously, it seems more complicated. Most sets would be, so. All right, so and step on tap all your stuff. And it's funny because I think of this card primarily as a defensive card. I want to just draw cards, crew, and block with it. But it is a flying 3-power creature. It can get in the air, which is kind of cool. So now we're flooding a little bit, which is fine. The Strategist is kind of cool in that it can be a huge flyer next turn. And then it also will shrink their attacks. Like, this card is probably deceptively a little powerful. We have the Rumbler here. which their only attacker has Death Touch, so like our blocks aren't great either way. Making it only have 1 power means you can actually double block it, which is something you can't do normally with Death Toucher, so that's risky, obviously. So I think we're just strategists, and I think we're going to crew an attack with the Drifter. I'm going to crew with the Strategist and a Scurryfoot, because there's no way we're getting this thing into combat. I never have to have the 3/3s back to block, so... This might be wrong, because realistically, I think we are the defensive deck here, not the offensive deck. But... Oh, this is only for attackers? Oh, okay, so it's a little worse than Cumberstone, but... Alright, same for 3. Am I missing a reach here, am I? Am I getting sneaky reached? Alright, so take some damage. And then we say go. Our board is pretty good, you know, as far as like blocking and stuff goes. Next turn we have 7 mana. It would cost 9 mana to copy the hazard ability. Whoa, my god. March of the World Ooze. 6 mana mythic enchantment. All creatures you control are 6/6s. Whenever I cast a spell on their turn, they make a 3/3. This card seems not unbeatable, but close. They have a bunch of 6/6s. That's disgusting. Alright. So they're going to saddle their Lagak. I mean, that makes me really regret my my attack last turn. Pretty sick card, as long as you have a board. Kind of similar to the Dollmaker's Shop from Duskmourn, where like if you just have a board, this card's unbeatable. They're just coming in, folks. Alright, so they crewed and now they're attacking. They have a 5/6, a 5/9 Death Touch, and a 5/6. This attack might be ill-advised. They might have missed the Sabotage. Pretty easy block here, right? You get to kill this thing for free. And then taking 10 just seems a little untenable. Probably just chump one of the 5-power creatures and not be thrilled about it. They're also not going to untap now because we're killing the Beast Rider. I think they just missed the Strategist. Again, we're playing in Bronze, you know. The games have seemed complicated so far. There's a lot of things happening, a lot of onboard stuff. And I think vehicles in general are... It's not a particularly complicated mechanic, but I think it is a hard mechanic to get right gameplay-wise, because there's a lot of pitfalls in it, you know? Alright, so you draw a Transit Mage, which obviously sucks, because you already drew our two targets for it.
Still a piece of garbage.
That's fine. We have 5 mana for ill abilities. This can be a 5/5, which is not particularly great. Yeah, I mean, I guess I would just play the Rumbler here and just try and trade that thing off. We can Rumbler, or we can Mage and Hazard. Our Hazard blocks aren't very good, though. I think Hazard's a big part of our plan later, so... Let's just Rumbler, and... I don't think this strategy... I just Vigilance, never mind. It's cool. So, yeah. We're just going to attack, leaving back some blockers. We might be in the market for a chump block again, but then the Rumbler can trade with the Ace, I think, which is fine. Yeah. This is fine. I don't think we're in a racing spot. I can crew this thing too, I guess. Wow. Man, this card's really good. Pro Tour Standard and Draft. I leave in 3 days. What's up, Plasma Gus? Plasma, you're awesome. Yikes. Swift Wing Assailant. Start your engines. Most importantly, just a flying. Just a flying 6/6.
Driver, start your engine.
It's not good. Alright. That's scary.
No, that's a lot of damage.
Yeah, I mean, this card's kind of hard to beat. We have a Broken Wings. We have some blockers, but... Yikes. Is Killboard in this PT? I don't know off the top of my head. I don't think so. Oh, yeah, actually, I'm sorry. He's Hall of Fame. He can play in 1 PT a year, so if he wants to play, he can. Broken Wings. Where are they? Right, they're going to crew. This is also a 6/6. Yikes. Will Drift have an impact? Yeah, I mean, obviously it's a big standard right now, but... Alright, so this sucks. They didn't saddle, so they have a... So they're not... So we can just trade the Rumbler with the Lagak. Alright, so... Actually, it's not even a trade again. They did the same thing as last turn. What's up, Vi? Thanks for sub. Okay. So once again, we can Rumbler and then just eat something. I think it's actually like huge game. Let's just exile a card from the graveyard. We've got 2 of them, so I think we're fine. We're gonna trade anyway, so. And then this is crew 3. We can put the Drifter and the 3/3 on a thing also. Taking 5 is not great because they have this freaking flyer in play. We might be inclined for a chump block too. Yeah, we're doing this. Let's go this. So I think we're gonna block the ace because the vehicle's like the least. Again, vehicles are not really creatures, so it's not easy to attack this next turn. Then we'll block these 2 on the Death Toucher. I'm just jump block this. I don't think we can use the automaton very well. So sure, this is fine. So again, we're not in great shape here, but we'll do our best. And are there tricks? Keep waiting for a trick. Keeps not happening. Long games, grind. We're in game 3 right now? Damn.
Is there anybody in here?
Alright, there is, so. Alright, our Rumbler lives somehow. And they say go. Okay. So we draw Trip Up. That was insane. That was really good. I think we have its exact mana to hazard and Trip Up too. That's pretty sick. Alright, so we are going to plenty of food here, right? Ship this thing. Worship Trip now, I think. And get in for everything and then play the Hazard of Dunes and just turn this game on its head. I love that. Alright, so let's cast this. I should have cast this first before I crewed, obviously, but whatever. They do have Matrix Saddle. Gotta be aware of that. But I'm playing on a blocker here too, so. Alright, so combat. In for a huge attack, actually. Alright, they go down to 4. So now, we play Hazard of Dunes. Yeah, let's play Hazard of Dunes. This is not a trample. I think if they crew an attack, I think we chump block with Strategist. Because that'll give us 2 lethal tramplers on the way back down. Right, here's a Jaguar. That seems weird. They could have played the Assailant and then used the Matrix on the bike. Which seems like the way to get the most blockers in play. Yeah, I think that vehicles are going to trip a lot of folks up. Alright, so here's the Rumbles. I think that this game was won by Strategist, although I will say our opponent didn't play into it particularly well. But, alright, yeah, they're super dead, so, yeah, whatever, attack with everything. You can exhaust either one of these for huge damage. They could have, like, there is a 1-mana green trick that makes a pilot that can crew. That card blew us out of the water. I'm like, they didn't have mana to do that. I guess they do, technically. It is tapped, though. So, yeah, so, cool.
Sounds like a one-time only trick.
Yeah, so that's the game, and awesome. Yeah, I mean, pretty interesting game so far. It does feel like these games have gone longer. There's been a lot of decisions, and like it feels like, you know, making better decisions has mattered a lot, which is a great place to be, honestly. I will say the last few limited formats in the last year or two have been like often very fast, and it feels like it doesn't matter what you do. That has not been the case so far.
If you ain't first, you're last.
All right, cool. 3-0. That feels nice. We'll take it. And look at us. Silver Gamers. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Who would have thought that would be the tagline for this set, but I think it might actually be. So far. So let's play our Scurry Foot and get our Scurry Feet on. Scurry foot! Scurry feet!
I suppose you think that was terribly clever.
I do actually, Gandalf. Thank you very much. Alright, so make a blue. Getting in for our 1 ball. 1-drops definitely have a little extra oomph in the set because of engines. We're not an engine deck, but like being able to play a 2-drop with engines and attack for the 1-drop is pretty sick. Alright, so we got Mardu something over here. We draw the Hive too. Oh, wow. What a card. Attack. Yeah, sure. He's dead. Road Rage on a cute little freaking mouse. Think about there are monsters these days, folks. And they're going to cycle their detention chariot. Big card, but obviously expensive. Let's go.
Now this is Congress.
Alright, they're going to Perilous Snare. And they're going to choose the 1-drop and not the Aether Hive. I think that is a mistake. This card's great. To start your engines card, that also turns into a token factory, which is awesome. But, alright, so play a land. Just playing the mage here. Gonna go get our other thing we can get. And we can crew an attack. Rumbler. And this thing's coming in. And, yeah. Cool. Late night, rocking the mic. I will say that Foundation has some nice lands. Here's a Bright Field Mustang. This is a 3/3/4/4. It is a mount.
Saddle up, partner.
And it's whatever attacks while saddled, untap it, put a counter on it. It's pretty good. We don't draw a land, unfortunately, which is kind of a tilt, honestly. Like, but we can just like screw an attack here, which is cool. So. We get in. No, I misclicked. The best bluff is the one you don't realize you're making. Why would I attack him by 2/2 and do the 3/3? I must have a trick, obviously, right? I think it's kind of funny because, like, I think that happens. Another poker analogy, but that happens in poker sometimes, where you misread your hand, right? You think you have a straight or a flush or whatever. You bet, you play accordingly, and they fold. Then you look and you're like, oh my God, I didn't have a flush. But because you just like in your head, you think you did, the best bluff is the one you're making. Like, wow, if attacking number 2 there, like, that might have just been right. I don't think it was because their creature's kind of low value. But like, you know, that was a cool bluff. And I wouldn't have thought of maybe otherwise, you know. So, all right, draw a land, which is great. Our Rumbler is online. They have a flyer. This has Son of Reach. They can double block. We have some exhausty abilities too. Yeah, so we can draw some cards or play an idiot. I know with the Mammoth in our hand, we want to draw some cards. Try to make our land drop here. So play Drifty. Draw 2. We draw a land and oh man, that's great. 1-mana removal spell is sick here. We can Rumbler and then 1-mana removal spell. And then we could send in our Aether Hive. It's a pretty free block. I don't think I'm happy trading Hive for Assailant, so I think we're just going to go. Yeah, that's a spot where, like, I would not have attacked there. I think it's a spot where, like, this card isn't very good. You kind of want to just block and make him use a trick. This card's bad, too, to be fair. But I think that, like, that's the kind of thing where it just happens sometimes, and you can, like, think about it in a way you wouldn't have thought about. So, here comes the 3/3 flyer and the 3/3. No saddle. This looks very good for us. It also looks very suspicious, right? Because our blocks here are actually insane. So, again, I forgot to put Emergency Meeting on the soundboard. I'm sorry. I have to put Emergency Meeting back on the soundboard. This is the perfect Emergency Meeting spot. Our blocks here are insane, right? We just have Drifter on the 3/3 flyer, 3/5 on the 3/3. I don't know what's in the set, really, as far as, like, is there, like, a double trick they could have that, like, pumps both things? Or, like, a pump all your creatures thing? I think I'm just inclined to find out, honestly. Oh, I'm sorry. It's Cruise for 3. I'm an idiot. Never mind. Sorry. Forget everything I just said. I'm very dumb.
Yeah.
So, we'll just trade the flyer off then. That's fine. Let's screw this into that. I can block the flyer. Woo, boy. All right, so let's block this. Very happy. I think you're very, very happy to trade this with anything. Just draw 2 and trade is like the exact mode you want on this card. If you're able to do it, it's great. They play a new assailant. Okay. So what's this card do? 3 mana and X to put X counters on this, and then it pumps your other things to the base power of this. It's pretty powerful. Alright, so we're just going to kill the flyer and attack for 1,000,000, I think. Just play Rumbler. We have 2 foods for Rumbler. We can crew, run over. Yeah, I mean, like, sure. We'll do this first, I guess. So, crew this. They have 1 mana. They're getting a priority pause. It's a little weird. Again, it's draft 2. Don't have said that well. There's like a +2/+2. Maybe this is wrong. I'm just gonna attack. So this is a spot where like we don't really need to play this at like right now to try and kill this. If they have a trick, it's really bad. I'm just gonna attack. We missed out on 2 damage here, but let's just chill. Again, follow the axiom, not get blown out. Play a Rumbler and say go. Our board is great. We have a removal spell at the ready that costs 1 mana. So we can crew, yeah, so that's fine. So we'll just say, and then we'll say go here. So again, we're trying on our side not to get blown out, and on their side, we're trying to lure them into a spot where they do get blown out, which 1 mana spells are really good at. Alright, so attack for 3. This is fine. Speed does go up, but 3 speed isn't that bad. 4 is the scary number. And here's a Clamorous Ironclad. I think this card is stone unplayable.
Still a piece of garbage.
If you're planning on casting it. If you're planning on cycling it, which is the main function of a card, it's great for cycling decks. But as far as like a card to put your deck to cast, this card is the stone worst. So, untap. And now I think the game's just over, right? So we get to go land. We're going to Mammoth. We're going to tap properly, though. Obviously, really, really telling to tap like this, but play Mammoth. Try RuneScape. I don't have RuneScape now. And then we're going to crew the Hive. They're 9. Yeah, we're just getting in here, so. Then we're going to crew this thing. Have not run out of gas. This card's been awesome. It's just a 7/6 travel, you know. And then we're going to attack with our crew. It's a lethal attack. If they crew, we'll kill it. It's a trample, right? It's almost lethal without even doing anything. So, all right. So we just cast this. Is there like an indestructible spell? I don't think so, right? Whatever. Just freaking cast it. So we'll steal 7 of this, and we are coming in hot. So they have +2/+2. They have first strike. All right, so we sniffed it out, right? So it wasn't a great trick, but it was a trick. And we played safe, and we won the game. That's fantastic. I'm loving it. Good stuff. Yeah, green has the Hex of Indestructible, but not in these colors. All right. It's a little chunky, but I think it's fine. We can just keep this. 4 minutes seems slow-ish so far, so we draw Automaton. Okay. Cool. They have a Midnight Mangler. This card's pretty fun. I like this card. Every set always has like a common 2 mana 3/3 blue creature that usually can't attack unless some condition is made. This is a really cool one, honestly, because it's a creature on your opponent's turns. It's an artifact. You can crew it to attack with it. It's just a cool card. I just like it. All right, so we can play the Automaton, or we can play a tap land to guarantee a 3-drop. Automaton does block this thing, which is kind of cool. I'm in for that. I mean, obviously we can just draw it on tap land too, which would be ideal. And then we can go Hive and then Mage tap land. Here's Buccaneer, which can crew it, but I have a blocker, so great. Save 3 damage. We draw Reef Roads, tapped or untapped if I have a mount or vehicle, which I do not, unfortunately. So kind of a bummer. But all right, so I'll play this on green. Just say go. Yeah, and then. I mean, we can play Hive and play this untap. It doesn't matter, I guess. But so a very awkward slow start for us this game. Yeah, everyone's sick. It sucks. I'm not sick, thankfully, which is important as I fly to the Pro Tour in 3 days. But all right, so no attacks, man. The 0-4 booty getting it done.
Keep the change, you filthy.
Soaking up damage for days. We draw Elvish Refueler. They have 4 blue mana up. What's the deal? I think I'm gonna cast my Transit Mage. Because if they have a counterspell, and there isn't like a cancel in this set. There's like the mana leak. I mean, not mana leak. Essence Scatter. Unlike with their mono blue, they probably just multiple colors. But sure, I'm just cast this guy and see what happens. Transit Mage. Sure. There you go. So.
Poor predictable Bart. Always takes wrong.
Fine exchange. Not sad about that. This would have been better on almost every other card in my hand. So they're going to exhaust, makes to a 3/4, and loot. And they discard a card. Sure.
We'll exhaust our impulse power long before then.
And there's the red. All right. So strategies of their own. And again, a nice long-looking game. So far, I feel like I've been wanting a slow limited format for a while. I feel like most part this has been good recently, but like there's just been so many like really, really fast sets, and having a change of pace where like you don't just get tempoed out every game is like pretty cool. So, all right, so 2 cards in hand. We draw land 5. We could Refueler and then exhaust it. You could just keep doing that. It'd be a 3/4. Could play a strategist of our own, which actually blocks their strategist. All right, we got a Mammoth on tap also. I mean, the Hazard blocks well, but like, it's probably the riskiest card. I mean, the Hive's really good with the Refueler, right? We can get the tokens going and just keep doing that every turn. That's kind of cool. Maybe we do that. Maybe we just play Refueler and just pump it. Have a 3/4, say go, and then that blocks pretty well, and keep building our game plan here. Pretty interesting. Yeah, sure. Let's do that. Trying to find a way to maximize our mana, It's also plays our Lightning Strike too, which is cool. The card they would have but wouldn't have cast yet. So exhaust it, but during my turn, if I haven't exhausted, I can exhaust again. So I can just keep doing this over and over again, which is sweet.
Sounds like a one-time only trick.
It's not, actually. Here's a Scrounging Skyray. And they're going to play a Forest, which is very surprising, and cycle. So blue-red cycling discard cards for good stuff is the blue-red mechanic in this set. The Forest is a big throw-off here, but... And here comes the 2 flyer. Sure. All right, so we draw land. So we can jam in the Mammoth and just go nuts, which I think I'm in for. We could play Hive, make a token, but like, let's get the Boom Boom in. Now, if they have another interference, that would suck. But when you're trying to figure out like what they have in their hand, you need to look at the context clues of the prior turns. Like, why do I think they have this? Like, nothing they've done, aside from the fact they just have 1 card in their hand and 2 mana up, which could easily be a coincidence, makes me think they have another one of these. So like, I'm not gonna play around it. If they have it, sure, whatever. But like, nothing they've done so far has told me they have that. They've spent all their mana every turn, and just if it is it, it's it. So let's do it. So Mammoth, please don't be it. That would be embarrassing. All right, so there you go. As a Mammoth, it's freaking huge.
Good lord.
And now,
Gigantism.
just gonna say go. We got some big bodies in play. They got some flyers, but we have a reach creature. Unfortunately, 1 more alignments, they can pop their thing up. Yeah, so that's pretty huge. All right.
You're gonna eat my exhaust fumes, Gribble.
All right, that's a lot. We're already, man, that's so much. All right, so we draw land. We can Hazard of the Dunes and Aether Hive. We can make flyers by exhausting. Unfortunately, we're a mana short of that too, which kind of sucks. Sending in the Mammoth doesn't work either. This card's pretty good. Yeah, Cumberstone is a really powerful ability. So, yeah, we're going to play Hazard here, take 5, and then hope we can push through, honestly. Not really drawing any removal this game, and kind of having a clunky hand has kind of gotten us, but... Alright, so... If we can get the Hive... We could just Hive and then Refueler, honestly, and start making flyers. I kind of like that, actually. That does not leave us dead to a removal spell. And we start pumping out Doctors. I need to think again. 3 here. Yeah, it sucks because like we can't spend. We need a green for the automaton. It's really annoying. Making our own strategist is also very appealing though. Maybe it's that. Yeah, maybe we should get this thing down. A lot of choices, but it's pretty great. Let's do that. Let's get our strategist down. Get the hive down. This blunts their attacks, and then if I pump this thing up, I get a flyer and a thing. Yeah, let's say go. Say go. This triggers whenever you activate an exhaust ability. Copying exhaust ability would not trigger it twice. Yikes. Captain Howler, Sea Scourge. 4 and a 4, a 5/4. Ward pay 2. Whenever you discard one more cards, creature gets +2/+0. Each card discarded. It's coming damage to a player. You draw a card. So they need to actually have a way to discard to make this card functional. Sure. Yeah, if they had a way to discard, we're screwed. But that is a powerful card that needs things to make happen. So they're gonna do that. They're gonna shrink. We're gonna block here. If they have some sort of trick, we're gonna lose anyway. So we'll just not take this extra point of damage. It's hard to imagine a card they could have here that like punishes block and not just kill us. So sure. Okay, get paid off. Down to 4, and I think we're about to turn the corner of this game. Hopefully. That was a pretty big draw. What's the ward on this? 2 mana and 2 life. Trip up on the strategist is pretty awesome. Resets all their mana. Interesting. This crew cost is 5. We can make a Thopter. This is 4. 3 left over. 1, 2. That's 5 and 2. We could also just refueler and then pop the strategist on their turn. I guess it's 2 flyers total. I think I like that better, actually. These guys are hard. All right, let's do this. So flyer us up. Get a token. We're just going to say go. And then I might even just do some other upkeep. So upkeep. I guess there's a reason to do that. That's fine, sure. So let them draw. So now I can pump the strategist, get a flyer, and then also have a 5/5. They have their own automaton. The hive isn't once a turn, but this is... I mean, not actually. Whatever, sure. I could have done it there, but it's fine. Sure. End step, do this. Get a Thopter. This card's just so freaking good. Like, and now I think we've turned the corner. I can also just do this again, which is kind of insane, because now it's going to be actually monstrous. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll have 3 left over, which is awkward. I think it's still good, though. Okay. Whoo, boy. Actually, I can copy it, too, right? 3, 6, 7. I cannot copy it. All right. It's kind of all in to shove on this thing. So they remove it, it's like bad. We have like blockers and stuff though. They have 1 card. Otherwise, we're playing Hazard of Dunes and it's tripping up their own specialist. That's fine. I can just do that. Just do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we'll just do this. I'm a coward. I'm gonna play it safe. Play this thing and say go, and then set up for end step trip up on the strategist, and then untap and turn the corner. Let's see what this green is for, right? Is it Bonnie Paul? Is it Doppelgang? Like, that's bad. All right, so they found a cycle. All right, that's actually works out really well for us, because now they did this, but we get to bounce this thing, which is awesome. Keen Buccaneer. That's another discard. Sure. Yeah, this is all pretty good. I think we're good here, folks. Hold on, hold on, hold on.
Is there anybody in here?
All right, so... Oh my god, they're going so big on this. Oh my god.
Don't do this.
All right, here we go.
Please, don't do this. Get up. Let's get up. Don't do it. Man, don't do it. Don't do it. Think of your family. Think of your fans. Think of
I'm gonna block. So we're blocking here to try and hope they have a trick. Maybe they have like the first strike trick or whatever. It's not likely they do, but it's a blowout if they do, which is great. And there's no reason not to, really. I can't think of a reason. So we blow them out, trip up, and now the game is completely shifted. They spent 1,000 mana on this card, and now we're resetting it, and it goes on top. It's fine. And now we turn the corner big time. Like, we can even like copy the hazard of a dune, something like that too. Like, so untap, another hazard. We're making Thopters for days here. We can make a Thopter and then have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's funny how we keep being one short of all we want to do, but what's up, Scott? Thanks for resub. This is a 4/5. I think our strategist is coming in. To getting the Mammoth in a possibility also. Not really. Blocks aren't great. Man. Oh, man. So once a turn, pump this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're still, hey, we're 1 mana short like a lot of different ways, which sucks, but your turn. All right, I don't know what to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I can't use the mana for this and copy, so. Yeah, this is actually going to be this is a really interesting format. Like, I actually really enjoyed the speed of this format. Like, a lot of decisions. Interesting stuff. So, yeah, we're going to attack. Let's just attack. I don't think we're pumping this. Play another one. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can't pump this if I do that. Yeah, sorry folks, this is just a complicated board. Yeah, I'm just gonna pump it. Sure. Yeah, whatever. Sure, that's fine. Pump it, make a Thopter. Now it's at 8/8. This card's sick, by the way. It's in for 8, almost half their life. And say go. Chad asked, how many Pro Tours in a row have been qualified for? I am one of 7 players. Note that this was a question that was asked. I'm not just bringing this up. I am one of 7 players. Oh, yeah, there we go. I'm talking my shit. I get the freaking win, too. I am one of 7 players to have played in every Pro Tour since the return of the Pro Tour 2.5 years ago, and also made day 2 in every Pro Tour. And of those 7 players, I'm the only one to have not made a top 8. I keep showing up. I keep doing okay. I keep not closing the deal. But yeah, paid question. Maybe look good. Appreciate it. And we're crushing this draft. All right, where are we at? We're at a 2-lander, but does not look very good. All right, on the draw here, we're gonna mulligan this. We have a Legak and a run over, but this hand needs to draw multiple lands to function. Our deck's pretty mana hungry too, so I'm pretty fine just mulligan this hand. Even on the draw, like we go Legak, we draw like 2. We draw 2 lands, not 1. So mulligan. Mulligan into a fine hand. Keep this. We already had this card. We got this Sky Shriek Engineer. I think that's our dump here. I mean, we do have. This does block better, whereas the Scurryfoot's another 4-drop. I already have 2 4-drops. Actually, I'm gonna have some Scurryfoot here. All right, so hand's a little clunktastic. That's fine. And they're gonna fire off with a Voyager Glide card.
I can fly. I'm pilot.
Pretty aggro card. Sure. It's 2/3, crew 1. Tap 3 untapped creatures to make this into a vehicle. I think this card's like pretty overrated. People are playing in standard and stuff. I think this card's like not really a standard card, but it's okay. You know, it's fine. So we drew Automaton, we can play that or the Engineer. Let's play the Engineer. Automaton isn't doing much for us just yet. Get our Mole going. We're going to play a Lotus Guard Disciple. When an ETB star creature or vehicle gets lifelink and indestructible in a turn. Sure. So they can crew attack for 2 and gain 2 life. Good block for me. Alright, so 22. We draw a Mammoth. This Mole's got to hit a land, folks. If the Mole whiffs here, I'm going to be super sad. Ugh.
No, you can't. Don't even try.
Well, that's probably the game, honestly. We've got 6-drop, 2 4-drops. We did mill 4-drop, 4-drop, 5-drop, I guess. We draw... Alright, well, now we've drawn more Hazard of Adunes than actual lands.
Somebody's playing
Cool.
a prank on me.
That's fine. We're just going to play this Automaton as they go. The Bago, my friend, first time chatter, welcome. We're 2 drafts in, and I'm kind of enjoying this set. It's a nice change of pace. They're stuck on, they're mono white. They're mono white. This is just an ugly game. Just the ugliest. Play Refueler and just say go. They have a 2-3, we can't attack. I mean, assumedly they are another color, obviously, and they're just color screwed, and we are mana screwed, so. It's not even like screw versus flood, it's just screw versus screw. Here is Sky Seeker's Chariot. Amusingly good here. This is a 3/3 flying vehicle for 2. You name a card, and the abilities of my card cost 2 more. So this costs 4, not 2. Big difference. We draw a Serpent. Sure. Yeah, I mean, that's a good card. All right. I mean, now if we just draw... No, I'm sorry. We don't need to do anything. We can just pop this thing, get 2 lands, and we're off to the races. So... All right, so they are green-white. They found second color. Not sure why the ability on the card isn't changed, but like you can see it up here, the cost modified is there. So if it was a card in our hand, it would change. So a couple vehicles, not much else. As long as I can untap and activate the Seeker. One really important thing about these... God, why do I freaking talk?
I bet you weren't expecting that one, God.
Sure. One of the important things about the exhaust abilities is that, obviously for counters it doesn't work, but if you're doing like stuff like this, you'll still get the effect of the kill response. So, alright, so we have Pilot, we have no... This comes in tapped, which is the most awkward thing ever. We can bump our Engineer, which is kind of cool. They kill that in response, then whatever, but... Maybe they're a Fueler too. This costs 4 though. Yeah, that's fine. They could have, like, the kill a tapped creature, which would suck. Maybe we just, like, say go. If we attack with this, they don't block, and we pump it, and they have their removal spell. I guess they are spending a removal spell on a freaking 2-drop. That's fine. Let's just attack. Attack with this. And now they're in that awkward spot, like I was saying earlier, where they have 2 vehicles and 1 creature, and they just, like, can't do anything. Like, they can't double block. All their blocks are really awkward. Really want to watch your vehicle count if you can. Alright, so they are not going to do anything. They thought for a bit also. Alright, I think they have it here, but we're just going to pump it anyway. Like, whatever. Wow, alright, sweet. So, 3/5 flyer, pretty nice. I will say this card's played very well in this deck. The Omen Hawker in the activated ability deck. And... Opponent's got 5 cards. They ain't doing much, honestly. That's okay. Had to talk. Probably shouldn't have talked.
You look terrible.
Caradora, Heart of Whatever. 4/2, Human Knight. ETB, search for a mount or vehicle. Reveal it, put it in your hand, then shuffle. If one or more counters you put on a creature or vehicle control with them in the cast. No, not really. So they go find Guardian Sunmare, which is a pretty busted card. 5 mana 5/5 ward 2. If you saddle it, attack, you get to search for stuff. Pretty insane. But alright, we draw Huldrifter, still can't cast a goddamn spell. We can cast Strategist now, I suppose, but we can just like pump the Engineer again, which is kind of cool. But once they get the Sunmare going, it's really bad for us. think you might be more inclined to just commit to the board. 3/5. They can crew bolt if he isn't blocked. Now I can threaten activation. So, all right. A lot of talking, more doing. Sunmare is pretty sick. Yeah, it's a pretty insane card. All right, we'll attack. And we're not going to pump. So we're going to cast Strategist. So this makes their attacks worse. Our air attacks better. If we draw a land, we just pump it too, which is a risky thing to do. But, you know, Sunmare's Desperate Chimes call for desperate measures kind of thing. So Cumberstone on their attacks. Look it up. Deep cut. Thornwood Falls for green. So we're going places now. There are common dual lands in this set. We haven't really seen a multicolor deck yet, though. Here's Sunmare. So, again, 5/5, Ward 2, Horse Mount. Saddle 4 is a lot, but whenever it's attacks while saddled, they can tutor up a 3-mana value card or less. There are removal spells that cost that, which sucks. We draw a Gak, which is kind of cool. We do want to be able to block this thing. That's definitely high on the priority list. Hazard's fine. Lagak guarantees it dies, which is a really nice one. I think we can just pump the Refueler on their turn. It's fine, sure. So I think that almost everything has to stay back. We just need to kill the Sunmare 100%. Yeah. Oh, bad tap. Not do that. Alright, so we've had the same experience. Slow, interesting, decision-heavy games. Oh, Glidecar, sure. I missed that. Instead of Glidecar, sure. It's not... it's easy to think of Warden of the First Tree, or whatever it's called, Warden of whatever it is, where I can only tap through things at sorcery speed. This is not that. This is instant speed. So you can't end-step it, which is cool. Oh, and I guess double counters to this thing? Oh, no! All their rares are coming together to make a rare Voltron. What? What is this deck? They just have 5 awesome rares that work together? Oh my god. Alright. This card's also insane. We are 5-0, I suppose, but just a casual 5 on-color rares. All thematic is 2.
That's a pretty sorry-looking wagon you got there, mister.
Alright. Sure. We're battling. But the thing is, like, they're playing a bunch of good stuff. We're 20 versus 17. Our board's pretty full, too. I don't feel like I'm, like, dead. You know, like... Here comes Sunmare. All right, so what are they going to get with this? Here's a Cumberstone. The Death Toucher will just kill it. So, obviously, can have a trick, but they get a Voyager Quick Wielder, which makes artifacts cost less. All right, I'm going to block with the Lagak. Hopefully, no trick.
Hello.
No? Alright. They're going to run over in response. That's shitty. Alright. Yeah. I think overblocking was a potential option, but not a very good one. That's fine. Alright, so let's pop this thing up. More like roadkill Lagak. We did block it, though, so... Unfortunately, all of their rares are just gonna start to add up here. That's a lot of rares. And a Buccaneer, sure. I mean, that's like, this card looks really bad in their deck, but we draw land. All right. How in the world are we getting out of this game? We got to beat 5 rares. That all work well together, too. Like, this doubles counters, this makes counters, this gets counters, this tutors up things. Ay. All right. We could try and win in the air, I guess. They ain't gaining life. Well, they have a 4/5 freaking a 6/7 blocker too. Yeah, this is gonna be a pretty tough one, folks. They just have all these rares that all work together really well. All right. Yeah. Draw 2. Run over. Alright. So they're going to glide car, put 2 counters on it again. This thing getting 2 counters instead of 1 is pretty sick. Alright. Here's Blossoming Sands. Yeah, there are too many targets to even consider with this thing. We're going to Molt Tender? Sure.
All right, Dan, saddle up.
Ay, ay, ay. Oh, my God.
What can men do against such reckless hate?
It's a lot of stuff. All right. What do you got, friend? Then we're going to saddle up again.
Now, we ride.
I mean, we have blocks. I don't know if they're necessarily good blocks, but we have like okay blocks. And they're going to glide car also. Note that it does not have... Oh, it does. I'm sorry. They tap. They didn't accrue. They tap 3 things. So now it's an 8/9. Holy moly! I mean, the best thing they can get before was the welders. So I guess they're probably out. They already have all their rares in play. We get to block and kill the Sun Bear. I mean, like, that's not half bad. The glide car, they can pump it again. We're shut out of the glide car. Like, I don't think that we have a recourse against that, really. Yeah, whatever. I think we're dead, but... Is that last card also a trick? This thing is only getting bigger, too. You know, we don't really want to stop it. And our 1 Death Touch creature's gone, too, so we can't really kill it. Yeah, I guess we have Broken Wings, and we have the top or bottom card. They still have this thing, too. Oh my god, please stop. Ermagerd. Alright, we draw land. We're at 13. They can end step Grovis and then grow it again. We have the Aether Hive. We do have the Aether Hive thing. We can do the Aether Hive and then Refueler and then just keep doing that kind of thing. That like sort of plays. Sure. I guess we just say go. This costs 4. Just like pump this thing again. Is it only on my turn? During your turn. It's during your turn. Yeah, okay, so never mind. So let's do this now. So get a Thopter, make a 5/7. Obviously, we're in bronze and silver, but I have felt very in control in this draft. I feel like we've been able to really like play a nice long game, make a lot of choices, which is cool for the format, honestly. Olivia the raid, thanks so much. Who was on there? Was it Seth? What's up, folks? My name is Jim. Pro Magic player, full-time content creator. Not usually a night streamer. My whole family's sick. I'm trying to take care of them. So now Cassian's sleeping. I can try and get some Bronze and Mythic in. I'm supposed to stream all day today. It's not possible, obviously. So appreciate everyone. Opponent is we're 5-0 with a really cool blue-green deck. Opponent is currently rocking the green-white precon with all of these rares. The 12-13 glide car. We do have a Thopter engine going, which is cool. So sorry, 11-13. All right, log on the Thopter. Like, if we win this game, this might be my favorite format of all time, I think. 19-18 on deck size. 18-18 on deck size. Discard a land, sure. The blue is weird, right? It's like random fringe common in their green-white deck. It's very, very bizarre. But untap, draw Transit Mage. We have 4 mana. We can activate the Refueler, make a token. Play this guy. Just got to keep making tokens to block this glide car, so sure. Hazard of Dunes. has to be on our turn, right? Let's do this. Pump it again. And I guess I screwed up. Maybe we could have found an attack here. They have a 2/2 block flyer and a 3/3 flyer. Just get on my my engineer. Yeah, I think I should have found an attack here. Okay. We are at 13, I guess, and like if this thing attacks, they get 2 count. Yeah, just let it go. We I don't know, honestly. Pump us again, yada yada yada. It's at this point it's the abyss. So we've got our mammoth. We have run over. Oh, they can keep doing this thing too. Wow, okay. Yeah, this card's been awesome. Eldritch Refueler, really good card. Loot away an island. The Ox can actually save the glide car from a removal spell, so we have Broken Wings in our deck, yes. Yeah, I might need to kill this. That might be our target. This is getting 2 counters every time, too. Jeez. Alright, so here comes the now 16-17 glide car. Sorry, 15-17. Yeah, I should have killed this. This doesn't matter. Yeah, so I don't know, whatever. Let's see what happens. Alright, so untap. We draw a land. Okay, so need to keep making tokens. I guess we could just fire up the strategist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then fight and kill the Ox. Or no, it has to target a mount or vehicle. I'd have to crew to do that, but that's fine, I guess. Jesus, man, this game's been hard. 2, 4, 6, 8, 7, 1. Yeah, I'll just. Sure. Yeah, sure, whatever. Do this now. We can't attack because they can block with the chariot and the disciple. And then I want to kill this. I have to crew to kill it though, because I need a 1 mana. Sure. Sure. Let's crew with the. Probably a little sloppy, honestly, but whatever. It's fine. Counters. Yeah. Mount or vehicle you control. Yeah. Okay. So target this. Kill the Ox. This is risky if you have a pump spell, I guess. I don't think his turn's very well played out, but the rope's going. I don't know if you heard, but Cass started crying a little bit too, so I got a little distracted. I'm sorry. It'll be fun, but they're gonna crew. All right, that's good. They're gonna crew response. So crew chariot. Sack this thing. Why are we like over here? That's fine. All right, so we are working through all of our issues here, which there are many. We're gonna say go. Next stop is trying to find a way to kill the glide car. Unfortunately, they just have Refueler going every turn, which is kind of sick. The thing is, they really have used all their good cards though, right? Because they tutored twice with their other rare, and like stopped getting good things. So like, how many good things do they have left? You know. But hopefully. This thing is Vigilance too. This thing is not small. It's only gets 3 drops, but like, you know. We have our big vehicle still. And there are like, now they have 14 cards. They're gonna mill. Oh, they mill randomly. Is that another chariot? That's 6 rares?
Inconceivable!
All right. They discard a land. I don't know if this card's that good, but like, sure. 3 cards in hand. Obviously, 1 shot dead to the glide car, but whatever. We are building up our own flying army, which is kind of nice. And they're at 18. How many rares do we have? I think 1. Right, just 1. We have the blue-green guy. I think so. Yep, just the 1. 1 blue-green guy. Right. They crew a thing on the ground. They're not crewing it in the air. We're still blocking with a token. Okay. There is a trample green pump spell, so. Alright, so untap. There's our rare, which is, it's good. It pumps the team. I think we're a little ways away from that, honestly, but 2, 4, it's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 9 mana. We could pump this and then play this card. They have a 3/3 and a 2/2. I think we can get it in the air here, and this can keep going up and up, obviously. Okay, let's do this. Make a Thopter, throw this thing. Attack with... We need to not die to their ground force, too. You know, they do have a lot of stuff in play, so... yeah, I think that I want to get in. Alright. They just take 8. No fear, Shakespeare. Here's Seed of Varma. Sega. So, we can pump a bunch of mana into this thing and make everything into like 8/8s or whatever. Note that the counters will also go under that. And then the trample matters too. We get a token as well, which is kind of cool. So, if we were to do it on their turn, we actually would get the token and then grow the token as well too. So, okay. Mu Yanling Windrider. When ETBs create a 3/2 vehicle with crew, vehicles you control have flying. Whenever one of our creatures you control with flying, will come with damage to a player, draw a card. They're splashing this card? Alright, sure. Rare number 7. Don't think you should be splashing this card, but whatever. And Earth Rumbler, sure. Oh, this, I'm sorry, this gives all the vehicles flying? Uh-oh. Alright. Sure. Are they pumping the brakes here? They're pumping the brakes. Okay. Oh boy. We're going to untap. We're going to draw land. This game is going to give me issues. We're chalky in the air, but so are they. They have 5 flying blockers here. 4, 5, 6, 7. We're 1 short of activate and copy this. This thing's blocking anyway. Alright. 4 mana. Want to make a flyer. I think we're just playing the Mammoth. And also refueling. This game is ridiculous. I'm sorry. I'm trying my best here, folks. Play a mammoth. Obviously, if we end up wider than them, we just kill them with Vita and Bongo, whatever it's called. So, put a lot of buys in play, which is pretty cool. I just say go. They have 12 cards to my 14. This card doesn't have flying? Alright, so 20, 21. I mean, now I have a lot of blockers, so. Okay, Buccaneer again, going for a loot. The problem is there are like commons that kill us here, but and they're going, you know, super deep. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9 attackers to basically 9 blockers. Oh my god, they're going for it. Alright, they're firing up the Rumbler. They're coming in, folks. Oh god, I'm horrified. I have 5 flying blockers. Alright, I mean, if they have the trample spell, we're dead, but like, whatever. I have more than that, actually. So, obviously, this is hopefully them getting impatient, not just killing us. Oh my god, they are coming in. Yeah, this is probably the trample spell. We're probably dead. Alright, well, shrink everything. Oh, they fly now? Yeah, I don't have it on the soundboard, sorry. My bad. My bad. Alright. Have they exhausted this turn? No. Or have they? Did they use this turn? Yeah, they did. So they can't use this again. Because they looted. They discarded the attachment mana for that. Holy shitballs. We're just gonna crew. Oops. The problem is, like, we're just, like, definitely dead here. And, like, they have some trigger, we're gonna die. But they'll be dead in the backswing, obviously. So, alright. Because the blocks here are just insane for us, so there's no chance we survive here. So, all right. Whoops. I guess this goes here. This can go here. This goes. Everything's already blocked. Yeah, these blocks are obviously, like, insane, so, like, alright, I mean, yeah, there's no chance we survive here at all.
No, don't do this. Enough is enough.
Oh, the 6-6, I missed the 6-6. It wasn't tapped. Oh, that sucks. Well, I mean, that is trample anyway, so, I don't think it actually changes the math, so, obviously, I should have blocked this thing, too. Oh, no, an ad break? Oh, I'm sorry. They have a Wrath? What is going on?
Is there anybody in here?
Hello? Okay. They kill my rare. They look pretty dead on board regardless, so... Is there a, like, honest question, is there a fog in this set? No joke. 2, 3, 4. I mean... 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I'm gonna try and kill them. So, they block this, and they look really dead. So, broken wings on the flyer. Sure. I don't think that's good enough. They block one big thing. Oh, they have this thing too, right? Okay, sure. So they have 2 blockers. Block this and this. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And it's still lethal. They don't block. I mean, they could have one more trick, I guess. The thing is, this is already lethal, so we just pass priority here. All right, pass priority. All right. I mean, again, word silver. That was a really complicated, difficult game. I don't know. Just ran out of fortitude, I guess. I don't know what to tell you. Sure. All right, folks. Final boss time. That last game, I think that, like, it's very possible my opponent didn't have a way to push through. And they were going to deck first. I mean, they just, like, you know, swing all out and maybe I screw up. Or I don't know, honestly. But it was obviously a very difficult game. But hand's okay. We're going to keep. Looking for a dub. Looking for a clean sweep. I will say that I think this draft, it has felt like our opponents have not played, obviously, perfectly in our games, which is obvious. We're playing in bronze, silver, gold, not making fun of our opponents, just saying, making a note of it. But the fact that, like, this is the most, like, in control I've felt in a limited format in a long time, where I just feel like these games are just going long. I'm making a lot of choices. I have a lot of decisions to make. You know, our deck is also good, but that's really a really cool feeling I haven't felt in a while in a limited format, where usually, like, you know, just like, bam, 2 drops, train Aeronix, 3 drop, 4 drop, bam, you're dead. But, you know, like, which is fine too. Tempo's a good thing, but all right, so we attack here. I do think our deck is very, very good, to be totally fair. But all the games have just been like these long. I mean, there's an 08 in play. You know, like, all right, let's slow this thing down, all right? Let's do our thing.
You know what I want. I've been asking for it for years.
Nice slow format. All right, so blue-white, and they're gonna find a Hull Drifter. That's a lot of card advantage of 1 card, you know. All right, so our attacks here aren't great. We can pump either one of these, so then we attack at both, right? Because their blocks kind of suck. Well, I guess they block the Scurryfoot. That's a trade, and all my mana for a 3/3. I guess still fun, honestly. Oh, it's a bad trick type this thing. Yeah, this is a bad attack. I don't like this.
Oh, whoops. Whoopsie.
I should be keeping this thing in play with the refueler available. That was a bad attack. That was stupid. I think if the refueler couldn't make this thing keep pumping stuff out, sure. But all right, here's a quick welder. This card seems very, very good. Call this card out specifically in my set review. I think this card's awesome. All right, 2/4. We can just attack again, and probably get in the air because this ground guy is so big. Attack.
Well, I knew you had an affinity for it.
Sure. Couldn't scare him off. Can scare him off. Can we scare him off? We can scare him off. Cool. So let this happen. Fire in the strategist and say go. This card, cost reducing Hull Drifter is big game. Like, obviously not here because it's a turn 4 and 5, but like if it's turn 3 and turn 4, that's pretty insane. Alright, draw 2. It can't crew this though, which is pretty big, so play a Cove. Alright. I think we're the beatdown here. Our hand is pretty jammy. I mean, Mammoth's insane, so. Alright, so let's get it in the air. I mean, I guess let's jam again, right? Like, I doubt they didn't block last turn. Why they block this turn, you know? And then we'll just jam Mammoth, and we can crew it next turn also. Saddle it.
I ride on the back of nature's most fearsome creature.
All right, now they're gonna block. So this time they're deciding that they're cool with it. So that makes sense though, because they didn't have an untapped land probably, because they want to make sure they can cast this next turn. So probably don't have a lot of spells in their hand based on that information. Jam the Mammoth. We are putting a lot of buys in play pretty quickly. Pretty weird for there to be a huge octopus that can't actually hurt you. That's kind of strange. But, you know, whatever, I guess. It's a little weird. How did this happen? Gives really gentle hugs. Just really, really. 8 arms to hold you, you know? Anyone? Deep, deep, deep cut. Flood the engine on the Mammoth. Alright, so tap down the Mammoth. Remove all abilities. That's fine. Oh my god, what is this? Flooding on floods? We draw our own Hull Drifter. Alright. I think I want to just keep the beatdown plan going. Just play 2 creatures that can attack. Just gonna jam again. Yeah, very flooded, very flooded. We do have our Broken Wings in our deck. Broken Wings has been, we've now mentioned that card by name like 5 times as a card we want to draw. So that's been pretty telling as far as how that card's lining up this format. Anyway, just say go. They have 7 mana and 4 cards. Maybe our land Reba's off. It's possible.
I'm Luigi, number 1.
All right, there's Spike Shell Harrier, the blue shell from Mario Kart. Get it, get it, get it.
Pointless nostalgia.
This is a bit of rare back in the day, so that's pretty good, honestly. So just FTK by 3/3. We draw Transit Mage. That's pretty good. This can crew for 2. It's a pretty good attacker into this board. Our Dooney Boy is... do this, pump that. I mean, playing Drifter and drawing a land would be probably the best outcome for us. They can trade... oh, this card's great. I like this card a lot. Alright. Legak is our only viable attacker. I'm just gonna play this thing. Drawing the other artifact would suck, but like we can just draw a card. Draw a land, activate this thing. It's tap land. Alright, so let's crew.
I saddled up and away I did go. Riding.
Send the Legak in. This 08 is pretty annoying, honestly. Alright, so trading with the Harrier is awesome. Barring a trick. No! The natural predator of this small death touch creature is the -3/-0 ability. That's devastating. All right, so sick 2-for-1 there for them. That's pretty good. All right, here's Stormer Falls. Just gonna keep on keeping on. Stuff. 4 cards in hand still. Their deck seems kind of nice. There's a Keen Buccaneer. Them playing a land and then playing a looter means they probably have extra lands in their hand, so I guess our land read was totally off. Draw a card. Discard a land.
$5 says you can't do that twice.
Alright. I mean, this is like okay, I suppose. Country roads take me home. So they get a pilot.
Everyone needs to drive a vehicle, even the very tall.
Alright, so let's go get our vehicle before we draw it. And then we'll just dump our hand this turn. Got plenty of time. We're pretty well juiced up on cards. Hit any land here for our Serpent. Mill over. Oh, value land too. Sick. Alright, cool. Value land, play it. Yeah, sure. I mean, like, this is fine. I'm pretty okay with all this. We got the blue shell. We got Moo Moo Farm here. Ugh. They play a Guide Light Pathmaker. 6 mana for a 6/5 article. ETB search for an artifact, put it in your hand. And if it's cheap, put it in play. I guess it's fine. Each have 19 cards. They find... Oh my god. We are truly in a slow, old school format. They just find a freaking millstone, and we're going to lose to millstone. Oh my god. River Churn Monument. Okay. Broken Wings or bust here. That is not... That's not a bad draw, I guess, but... Okay. So... I mean, we're gonna, like, attack for 1,000 next turn, but... What does this do? So it... Exhausting it... I have 4 cards in my graveyard, so I'll have 6 cards in my graveyard. Yeah, so we have, like, a turn or two. I think that, like, if they don't have anything, we'll win the game with this card next turn. So that's pretty cool. Actually, the Rumbler will exile cards from my graveyard to counteract the River Churn Monument. Oh, boy. That's a nice one.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So let's Rumble. And then we're going to play the Racer. Please God, no counterspell. They would have countered this for sure, right? So we got a Reader. All right, and we are simply going to say go. With the plan just being activate this next turn for 1,000, attack with everything. All right, so we're going to mill 2 cards. We can just keep activating this over. It is only creatures and artifacts, so, but still. So mill some cards. Okay. That's pretty funny. Yeah, we have 2 things with trample to go along with the Sita. Oh, that's cool too, with Dredder's Insight. These games have been like unreal. It's weird. Little QQ there.
Make a little noise here, huh?
Come on, I can't hear you!
We got some long episodes, right? We're past the 2-hour mark here. Only played 6 games. A lot of hovering going on. So our opponent playing with a controller. Just left. They're going to just cycle Howler's Heavy main phase? Emergency meeting? What does the Wrath in this set do? Does it destroy all vehicles too? Or destroy creatures? Or... Okay. Because, like, if they had Day Judgment, this could be a bait for me to crew in response, and then they would Wrath. That's my initial thought. But if that's the case, I don't think that matters. So, sure, we'll just crew in response. Oh, I can't even do that. Whatever, this is fine. Yeah, I assume we're just cycling, but looking for an answer. Oh, they're very dead next turn, yes. Okay, back to being in trouble. They're no longer very dead. They have a removal spell. That sucks. We can just like focus on Hazard Badoons, I guess. This 08 is like very well sized. Everything big is 7 power. What's up, Trevor? Thanks for resub. Okay. We draw another big idiot. We have 15 cards in our deck. Making this a 7/7 is like not irrelevant, but alright. We need to start attacking this game. This game needs to end because we're just gonna get decked. So alright. I guess. We have 8 mana. Pumping Hazard over and over again is just too slow, I think. Man, these games have been something else. Alright, Drift of their own. Fire up a 6/5. Block the Rumbler. Block the Seeker. Block the Herald. They're blocking the Rumbler with everything. Alright, so we're just gonna exile our entire graveyard, right? So, that's fine. Everything we can, I guess. Yeah, it sucks that like our rare is like really good. We just haven't really like drawn it in a game we can use it. They just keep killing it. All right, so this is being blocked by a 3/2, so it pumps there. This is blocked here. This is unblocked. Sure. So damage will kill the huge creature. Yeah. To 11. We get to play this big idiot. And pump the Refueler. We have 15 cards in deck, and we've lost our ability to exile stuff. But, like, we can't exile the lands anyway and stuff. 7. Yeah, we're like, really close to dead. This card's actually sick in this format. Like, it's like Super Millstone. There goes the Broken Wings. Oh, man. No.
Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm not gonna do what everyone thinks I'm gonna do. Flip out, man.
Wreck Remover. Exile a card from a graveyard, gain 1 life. Alright. They choose themselves. Smart. Yeah, we're just gonna get milled. Alright. They have 2 of these roads. Country roads here. Roads are good. Okay. Yeah, like, I just don't know how we're closing this game out fast enough, you know? Draw land. I mean, we're just getting in. Like, our attacks aren't even that good, so whatever. Coming in. Oh, I didn't have a land. Oh, no. No, I didn't have a land for pumps. That's fine. Oh, but then I can't. Ugh, that sucks. I don't think it matters, realistically, but... Okay, so... And they are really blocking this guy. Holy moly. Alright, so in for 3. I think I want to kill the Harrier and the 1/1s. Yeah, sure. Alright. I mean, that pops up a little bit. Let me get to go land. Exhaust this, say go. I mean, like, what do we got? We got... We're just dead, yeah. We're going to have exactly 10 cards in our bin. They mill 2, untap, exhaust, and kill us. Yeah, I mean, this card's kind of sick. I mean, they worked for it, you know, like they're playing 08s and like defensive cards. They're going to exhaust us for exactly lethal.
We'll exhaust our impulse power long before then.
I'm pretty sure I would have killed him next turn. If we had like 1 more card in our deck, this is going to be a 10-10 trample. Yeah. Alright, GG. This thing is tutor for it, so yeah, that's kind of, their deck is sweet. Like, I can see opening the Millstone, pick 1, pack 1, and just like wanting to draft this deck. Yeah, they earned it, for sure. GG. Well played. Good deck. Yeah, if we had like 1 more card in our deck, we untap, and we have a 10-10 trample and a flyer and a pretty good board otherwise. Might have won that game. Yeah, it's a great match. Okay. Still playing for a trophy. Hand is still pretty good. Tap lines are a little awkward, but it's fine. Alright. If this is like a, you know, a very skill dense format, it's gonna be a really cool Pro Tour, you know? Alright, here's Scary Foot. What's on green? Let's say go. Probably just play the old Transit Mage and go find our Muldrifter. Cool. And attack. Send it. This card for Muldrifter is pretty insane. That's just like a 4-for-1, you know? Like, alright, so get this thing. Get the Drifter. Say go.
Harnessing the good energy, block out the bad. Harness, energy, block, bad.
Green, white. Rover Blades. 2/2. Equipment Vehicle. I think this card's like kind of poopy, but sure. I'm cool as playing a freaking 4/4. Let's do that, right? Attack. Alright, ship it. We have 7 power in play. They currently have nothing. Crew is 2 here on the Rover Blades. Tries to be good. I don't think I want like 3 of them, but they play Web Strike Elite. 3 through reach. That's it. Just 3 through reach. And they start your engines on the Walking Sarcophagus. Alright. So our attacks here are not great. Trading hazard down would be bad. Yeah, we're just going to say go and pump this Scurryfoot, I think. Want to play the 5s. Obviously, it sucks we can't. We could just cycle, I suppose, and look for a land. Although, like, we're not that far from casting this. And the game's going to go for a while, I think. Let's just say go. Say go, planning on just activating the Scurryfoot. This is a lot of words for a 3-3. Canyon Vaulter. So this saddles things or cruise things, gives them flying. That's a little scary with the Rover Blades. It's a 4-power creature. I think that's like fine though, honestly. Alright, so they're getting for a shot here. I mean, we have the hazard could just block it, honestly. They realize that too.
I suppose you think that was terribly...
So they decide not to attack. Get a 3-3. Draw land. Do not draw land. We draw Pit Automaton, which is actually pretty good. Our attacks here still aren't great. I guess the 3-3 can attack, right? Yes, it's fine. Sure. 3-3 attacks. Lead back hazard. Just play 2 creatures. Sure. Playing with a rare there, folks. A rare. Alright. Lagak, Automaton, go. We have our Refueler plus Exhaust abilities combo, but no lands to use it, really. That's fine. We got great blockers. Feeling pretty good here. The card advantage really is, like, pretty wild. They just do nothing and say go. We don't draw land, which sucks. But Refueler, we're 1 short of activating the Scurryfoot again. Attacks, not great. They have a lot of mana up too. You know, 5 mana up, 4 cards in hand. That should be the alarm bells going off immediately. I think we just Refueler though, and probably just pump it. So we can only do one thing anyway. Again, we could cycle the Ketrodon, but like, I kind of just don't want to. This game's going to go on for a while. We're not really in a rush, I don't think, so I can do something there during those wait, so just say go. I guess, like, double strike against the Sack Lagak, but end step Fang Guardian, 4-2 flash, ETB, +2/+2. So they're to raw dog us with no... That's pretty bad. This card is a very good card, and they're turning it into a 4-2 for 4, which is pretty bad, so... I'm glad we didn't block, or didn't attack. And again, like, when they have a bunch of mana up, you don't necessarily know what it is, but you should tread lightly. Red, okay, sure. Alright, I mean, we're heavily on the board, our hand is great, we're at 21 life. They're going to equip onto the 4-2, I guess that does work. Alright. I mean... They have committed a sizable amount to this, right? By putting... Like, 4 mana is a lot. So trading down here would not be the worst in the world. Taking 8's also not crazy either. I think this is fine. I'm just going to take it. I'm going to draw land, you know, but... Speed only goes up once, so... 2 speed. Green, not really a speed color. Okay, and they play a Catalyzer. That's a weird card to have on a splash, but sure. We can cycle of Automaton, I don't want to. I think this is going to matter, so... Alright, pump it up. Untap. Still can't draw land. We draw... It's actually pretty good, though. We draw Specialist or Strategist, so... Yeah, we're trying to cast this. I mean, we now might be at the point where we're going to cycle this. Maybe it's just been too long now. This card's great, though. It's good against Double Strike, obviously. So, sure, we'll just cycle this, I guess. Fine. It is a creature for my Rumble or two. Now we draw a land, sure. Alright, let's play a land. We drifting? Or are we rumbling? Or no, are we attacking? I don't think we're attacking. Damn. A lot of options. Rumbler would trade with the Vanguard. I think it's fine, though. Probably have food for it. I'm just gonna Rumble. We play strategists, their attacks are still pretty good, and I want to keep this 2-2 alive, I think, so... Also can't afford to not attack, so... Get opponent crew rover while it's equipped. Judge. Oh, man. Broken Wings is really good. Alright. So, we've learned this draft that Broken Wings is awesome. This is usually like a shitty sideboard card. This is a main deck great card. Many times we wanted to draw it, and it's been great when it's cast against us, so... Alright. At this point, we need to block, I think. So, our hand's also stacked, so... What do we block with, though? All the blocks are so... Maybe just chump it, honestly. I was gonna chump it. We can just do better, I think. 4, 8. All of our cards are pretty important. If they have the also plus 4 and Trample Check, we're dead. That's like the Embercleave of the format. I don't think it's a very good card, honestly, but like that is definitely a card that will kill you. Alright, we draw a Masked Racer. We can play Strategist and then pump the Refueler again. We can... I mean, drifting and draw cards is pretty nice. Whew, boy, man. These games have been something else. Double Strike Equipment. We can just pump the Hazard on their turn also. Damn. During your turn. Strategist pump. I think I like that. Shrinking the power of their stuff is pretty big. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. Let's just do this. And then pump this thing. Probably bad sequencing on that, but and just say go. Shrinking this down to a 3-power creature is actually huge. So there's a Jaguar. It's a reasonably large creature. And a Lynx. They're out. Alright, so this is all I have. So I think Strategist dominates this board, which is great. I think we're pretty good shape here. And the ads are gonna be a problem in this set, because like it wants to run an ad every half an hour typically. These games have been so long that like I don't know, it's like a viable time frame. Okay, so this costs 4. So we can just go like activate this, play a 2-drop and say go. Yeah, this card's been great. I definitely undervalued this card in my set review. Yeah, we're trying to engineer, but I can do his thing. Do I want a Seed of Varma? I don't think so yet. Man, we are wide. Any reach over there? Any sneaky reach? I don't see any. Oh, they could actually, couldn't they crew their Rover Blades, it would fall off and I could block with it. That would be gross. All right, well, we'll just say go. If that's the case, I probably should have just waited and attack with this. Yeah, so I screwed up. No, they would still trade. Oh, it's during your main. Why is it during your main phase? What a weird thing. Well, now this thing has double strike. That's bad. All right, so saddle this thing. Oh, they get this thing. I didn't. I believe it's getting late. All right. So this is going to be a 5/6 double strike. And just kill me, basically. I just punted this game really badly. Yeah. All right. I just didn't, like, put 2 and 2 together here. Hi, I'm Jim. Welcome to Bronze Mythic. We just take 10. Pump this up next turn. Yeah, sure. Kill me. All right. That's awkward. So now they can't crew it. This can get it in the air. We draw land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 9 mana. We can Varma and then pump the hazard on their turn. Okay, so land. Attack for 2. Oh shit. That's not reach. Okay. Alright, that scared the shit out of me though. And then we're going to Varma and say go with mana up to pump Hazard of the Dunes. We can block with the Hazard of the Dunes and the Engineer. 7, 8, and 10 toughness. Yeah, that's good. Alright, so say go. Nothing scarier than reach, folks. Scariest thing of all time. Pretty sure. The true monster from a closet is reach. You know what? I should have pumped this on my turn. There's no reason what the one tap and just like have like a 6 damage spell or something like that. I guess we would die anyway because of trample, right? But if we see to Varma, we would put 4 counters on this and then make everything we have a 4/4. I don't think it survives the attack, really, so... Whoa! Oh, it adds the counters. Oh. So right now I can have 6 6s. Oh, that's insane. We should win the game then, right? Right, 'cause it's not the counters, it's the base power and toughness of its power. So we're about to annihilate them on blocks, right?
Don't do this.
Okay.
Please, don't do this. Get up. Let's get up. Don't do it. Man, don't do it. Don't do it. Think of your family.
I can't hit that. Sorry. Glory time drop. That's there. This is here. Yeah, I mean, I think they're just super dead, so I don't think it matters. Unless they have, like, a trick, in which case we're dead, but... So maybe we just actually block with the strategist too, so we don't die. Something random. This here, this here. Sure. I guess if I kill it in response, that would be a blowout. But we're committed, whatever. So, sure. Those are our blockers. Fang Guardian, sure. So X equals 4. Right? We have 4, 5, 6, 7. So activate this. Take action. Everything's a 6/6 or an 8/8. I showed this resolve first, obviously. I'm just whatever. I don't think it matters. Even with the pump, this is not like enough to kill me. We have 14 toughness if it's 14 power. Oh, this thing blocked 2 actually. So yeah, we're super dead. Oh, they're super dead. I mean. Oh man, these games have been ridiculous. Let's do that again. X equals 1, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm so glad we have to use this card. This is our first pick of the entire draft, and we haven't gotten to use it once yet.
No, that's a lot of damage.
All right. That was a long draft, and if you're still here, props to you. I think we're going to have a lot of long drafts in this format, but I think I'm going to fucking crush this format. Not to toot my own horn or whatever, but like I'm already feeling great this format. I don't like know what the decks and stuff are, even what the cards do yet. But if the format is like this, where the games are slow and just kind of plotting, card advantage, like whatever, I'm about it. I'm really, really cool on it. All right, just a solid, 2 hour, 40-minute draft, no big deal, but 7 wins. Yeah, I mean, that was just cool. That was very good. I think it's like had almost everything. Good curve, good synergy, good removal spells. We had one good rare, which was really good. We saw the last game, obviously. We played well to an end game. Our mana was good. Yeah, just good stuff. Episode 2 in the books. If all the drafts are like that, I'm going to be very happy in this format. It's funny, on Bronze to Mythic, at the Pro Tour, it's going to be harder, because obviously when you're playing against, Reed or Luis every round, it's going to be really, really tough. But yeah, really cool stuff. So, awesome stuff. Wow. Great. Cool. Awesome. Episode 2 is in the books. Love you all. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.